It's Championship Sunday. Brandon Januska along with Evan Patoka. It all comes down to this as the 5 seed Washington Blue Sox get ready to take on the number 2 seed in the Canada A's. It's been a great season all winter long, and now it all comes down to this game here today.
Yeah, after the Super Bowl last week, we have our own little championship here at historic Palm Springs Stadium between two really good teams who both deserve to make it here to the championship game. Gone through the gauntlet of the regular season, the 3-week regular season, and while the Blue Sox have played one more game than the A's, they both have fully deserved of being here in this championship game. It should be a good one.
Yes, it should, and 2 different roads to get here. The A's were one of the top teams throughout the regular season, finishing with a 13-3 regular season record. The Blue Sox, of course, coming in as the 5 seed, finished with a 5-10 record, so 2 totally different regular seasons. But once the playoffs begin, it doesn't matter what the record was. You can throw that out the window. The Blue Sox are a hot team right now. Back-to-back wins, including a win over the number 1 seeded Team China yesterday in a 2-1 victory.
Yeah, a big upset. The Blue Sox started off their season with a 2-1 win over China over on the auxiliary field, and it took them another 2-1 win in order to make it here and end China's season. Their offense has really been picking it up as of recently. Of course, they only scored 2 runs in that last game, but they've really done a good job so far in the playoffs, and Jimmy Johnson's squad is just going to have to try and keep the momentum going for them against a really solid offense over with the Canada A's.
Well, both managers, you mentioned Jimmy Johnson, the Washington Blue Sox manager, and Paul Noce for the Canada A's, both of them looking for their first CWL championship win. They've both been here before. Jimmy Johnson actually in the last 2 California Winter League Finals, but they dropped both of them with the Blue Sox. And Paul Noce has been here once before as well, a couple of veteran managers, both looking for that first title in the Winter League.
Yeah, JJ, you said his 3rd straight championship appearance, has not won either of the last 2. Lost to the Alberta Grizzly and to the, season-defunct Manitoba North Stars. JJ's looking to try and right the ship here and get his first title, along with Paul Noce, who is a really good matchup between 2 managers that have been really good at what they do so far this season.
Well, let's take a look at how these managers are going to send out their teams here today. First, for the visiting Washington Blue Sox, they come in as the number 5 seed, and manager Jimmy Johnson will send out the top of the lineup, which we usually see for the Blue Sox. Leading things off in center field is the left-handed hitter Nico Diaz. Batting second, the shortstop Kevin Gameros. Tommy Easley is at second base, batting third. Parker DePasquale, the left fielder, in the cleanup spot for the Blue Sox. Batting fifth is the catcher, Alan Goodwin. Angus State bats sixth. He's at third base today. Shuya Funada, the right fielder, batting seventh. Nathaniel Lai, a new addition to this Blue Sox roster. He's the designated hitter, batting eighth. And Vince Garcia, the first baseman, rounds out the 9 in back of another newcomer, right-handed pitcher Noah Cole, who gets the start on the mound for the Blue Sox.
Yeah, I'm really looking in this lineup at Parker DePasquale, Alan Goodwin, and Angus State, the three guys in the middle, 4, 5, 6, as they're going to make a big impact here for this offense. Alan Goodwin had himself a good game in their first playoff matchup, and then Angus State carrying the load in the second game with that 2-run home run for the 2-1 victory. Parker DePasquale with a home run of his own to end the regular season. So you really want to look at these 3 as sort of the X factors, and I think that's why Jimmy Johnson has put them in the middle of the order.
Well, let's take a look at the other side, and Paul Noce's Canada A's leading things off, the switch-hitting center fielder Juan Francis. Batting second, the second baseman Dane Simon. Sam Ruda, the left-handed hitting slugging third baseman, batting third today. Stan King is at first base in the cleanup spot for the A's. Batting fifth is the left fielder Matthew Warren. Deontay Jackson bats sixth in right field. Grayson Moeller, the designated hitter, batting seventh. Jorge Colon is at shortstop. He's batting eighth, and Jed Downham getting his first playoff start behind the dish today. He's batting ninth, all in back of right-handed pitcher Chet Robinson on the mound for the A's.
Yeah, the A's are mostly built on their offense. As you said, the first 5 guys, Francis, Simon, Ruda, King, Warren, all batting over 300. Sam Ruda, Stan King, Matthew Warren, the backbone of this offense and the reason why they've been playing so well, and as well as Grayson Moeller, who's been a big average hitter, hitting at 368, batting in the 7th spot. Should be a good offensive day here for both teams.
Yes, it should, and pitching is always going to be a key. I talked a little bit to Paul Noce before this game started, and he said a game like this, it all comes down to pitching. And for the Washington Blue Sox, having to play that extra game could impact them as well. They used their top 2 arms in the 2 playoff games to get here. So the question's going to come down for both teams is how does the pitching hold up against these 2 offenses? Well, we're going to step aside for just a moment, and then when we come back, we have championship baseball as the Washington Blue Sox will take on the Canada A's for the California Winter League title right here on your California Winter League YouTube channel.
Everyone knows good things come in threes, like Dave & Buster's Eat, Drink, and Play combo for just $19.99, including one mouth-watering entree, a refreshing beverage, a $10 power card, and a whole lot of fun, which means you enjoy a delicious meal for under $10. But look, that's 5 good things. Good things come in threes at Dave & Buster's with the Eat, Drink, and Play combo for just $19.99. Buy online or in-store today.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Whenever you find yourself hungry for something real, simple, and true, we're here for you.
That's what a hamburger's all about.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
For 20 years, our family's mission has been simple. It all starts at Stuffed, where exceptional service meets bold flavors. Every crust, a masterpiece. Cocktails crafted to perfection, and an atmosphere that brings family and friends together. Stuffed pizza, dine-in or takeout. Savor and enjoy at our 2 locations. Quality, service, family legacy, it all starts at Stuffed.
Jessup Auto Plaza has been proudly serving the Coachella Valley since 1938 as your trusted family-owned auto destination. Now, electrify your drive with the Valley's most extensive range of electric vehicles. Drive the Chevrolet Blazer, Equinox, Silverado, the powerful GMC Hummer, Sierra, and the distinctive Cadillac Lyriq. Silent power, bold performance. Electrify your drive. Jessup Auto Plaza. Since 1938, the EV brands you love, the family you trust.
It's time for championship baseball. The California Winter League all comes down to this. Washington Blue Sox at the Canada A's. I'm Brandon Januska along with Evan Patoka as we have a good one. The championship game sponsored by Cindy Piper State Farm. And we're ready for some baseball here. It, as we mentioned, should be a close matchup, and that's what the managers both told me before the game as well. They expect this to be a tight contest today.
Yeah, and as we said in the pregame show, we expect a lot of offense here. There's a lot of guys who have been really offensively gifted over the course of the regular season on the A's side, and the Blue Sox offense has now gotten a little bit of a spark, has some momentum on their side, so it'll be a pretty good offensive battle. Might just be about who scores more.
Yeah, and a couple of guys that I wanted to point out in terms of this game, coming in hot, two of the hottest hitters. Kevin Gameros on the Washington Blue Sox side comes in on a 9-game hitting streak. He's hitting .444 over that span. And on the other side, Sam Ruda's cooled off a little bit, but picking up right where he left off, Grayson Moeller, 8 hits in his last 9 games. 5 of them were doubles. So those two guys, Moeller and Gameros, could be key offensive players on their respective sides today.
Yeah, we saw Moeller earlier in the season. He struck out a lot, wasn't getting the big hits, and over the course of the season, he's been able to get the barrel on the ball, able to get a lot of hits, make a lot of good contact, and he's also a pretty good threat on the base paths. So, in the 7th spot here, Moeller looking to do some damage here for the Canada A's.
Well, they're going to be on the mound first as the home team, the number 2 seed in the playoffs, taking on the number 5 Washington Blue Sox. So Chet Robinson, let's talk a little bit about him. The starting pitcher today for the Canada A's. He's typically been used as a reliever this season. This is going to be, actually he has made 4 starts, but he hasn't gone long in most of his appearances as he's gone 18 1/3 innings so far on the season, 13 strikeouts to 11 walks, a .343 ERA, and again, not having to play that extra game could really benefit the A's to throw out a quality pitcher like Robinson in this championship game.
Yeah, Chet Robinson hasn't done great versus the Washington Blue Sox, 8.1 innings pitched, giving up 13 hits, 8 runs, and 6 walks, so he's looking to right the ship here when it matters most.
Well, he'll first take on the left-handed hitting center fielder Nico Diaz as the first pitch comes in downstairs for ball 1 at 12:02 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and the championship game is underway. 1-0 count on Nico Diaz. Robinson's next offering is well outside for ball 2.
And Chet Robinson usually only has 2 pitches. He has a mid to high 70s fastball and a good curveball at the mid-60s. Throws a changeup, but very rarely does he throw it.
The 2-0 misses outside as well. It's a 3-0 count to start this one off. Nico Diaz, one of the better hitters in the league, comes in with a .366 batting average. 4 for 5 on stolen bases. You don't want to put his speed on first to start the game, as the 3-0 is in the zone for strike 1.
Yeah, and you don't want to start the game off with a leadoff walk, especially, as you said, to Nico Diaz. But Robinson has been kind of all over the place with the walks. He has 11 of them this season.
The 3-1 is fouled straight back. And the count runs full. Blue Sox struck early in the game yesterday against Team China. It was 2 runs in the 2nd inning, and those 2 runs ended up holding up a 2-1 final over Team China to get to this championship. The payoff pitch by Robinson, hit on the ground right side, backhanded. Simon, it's off his glove, and safe at first is Nico Diaz. So an E4 error on Dane Simon at second starts this one off, and the Blue Sox have a man on.
Of course, you don't want that as a start if you're the Canada A's defense. Put that behind you and try and get a ground out here to roll into a double play possibly.
Those 2 runs we mentioned by the Blue Sox yesterday were taking advantage of some Chinese errors in yesterday's game, which you don't typically see. Could they take advantage of an error here to start the game? Kevin Gameros, again, one of the hotter hitters coming in, lines a base hit on the first pitch through the left side into left field. Matthew Warren will toss it back in, and they're at first and second with nobody out.
Well, we were just talking about Gameros and his hit streak. He extends it one more game, as that's a really nice opposite field single. Just gets past the 5-5 hole, and there's 2 on with no outs.
For Gameros, that's now 10 straight games with a knock. Brings up Tommy Easley. First and second, nobody out. Just underway in the top of the first inning. No score in the championship game. Chet Robinson kicks and fires inside for ball 1.
Nico Diaz and Kevin Gameros combined for 13 of the 18 stolen bases for the Blue Sox. So if there were any 2 guys you wouldn't want on in this situation, it's those 2.
Tommy Easley was 1 for 4 against China yesterday, a couple of strikeouts. Comes up in a big spot, the 1-0. Outside for ball 2. Being the championship game, we'll see how long of a leash any of these pitchers have in this game. We're playing a full 9 innings for the first time all season, so that could factor into the decisions for both managers as well in terms of how long they can leave a pitcher out there. Have to get through 9, the 2-0 pitch. Misses downstairs for ball 3.
Yeah, and if you're Jimmy Johnson or Paul Noce, you really just have to try and use everybody and see what sticks.
First and second, nobody out for the Blue Sox, and a 3-0 count on the 3-hitter Tommy Easley. Robinson sets belt high, takes a deep breath, looks back at second, now home, and the pitch in for a strike. It's 3-1.
This is looking a lot like the Nico Diaz at bat, down 3-0 early. And getting that strike 1 call. Hopefully for the Canada A's defense, it works out a little better for them this time.
There was a toss back to second. Diaz was back in, no problem. In that Diaz at bat, on the 3-2 pitch, he hit a ground ball to second, and it went off the glove on a backhanded attempt by the second baseman Simon. For Diaz to reach on the error, the 3-1 misses low and away for ball 4. Blue Sox have the bases loaded with nobody out in the top of the first.
And this is what Jimmy Johnson puts his cleanup hitter here for. Parker DePasquale has a home run, 5 RBIs, 12 hits, 8 runs scored. Has a chance to blow it open here early for the Blue Sox offense.
Dangerous hitter. He drove in 5 during the regular season. Hit just below 300, 293 batting average. Bases loaded, nobody out. We're in the top of the first inning. No score in the championship game, with the Blue Sox threatening to strike first. Robinson's first pitch home. Call the strike.
And you have to be on your A game here if you're Jed Downham. There's been a couple of balls that are already in the dirt and outside that he's had to go get. Done a good job so far, but especially with the bases loaded, you don't want to let in a run on a pass ball.
0-1 count on Parker DePasquale. The pitch is lifted in the air toward right, but that'll get out of play off to the right side. It's 0-2. DePasquale, the Utah native out of Salt Lake City, has some pro experience in both the Frontier League, Trois-Rivières, and the Pioneer League with the Ogden Raptors. Behind 0-2, the pitch. Up high for ball 1. Blue Sox are trying to do something they did not do all regular season, and that's beat the Canada A's. 3 matchups between the 2 teams in the regular season. The A's won all 3. Bases loaded, nobody out. Infield back at double play depth. The 1-2. Misses downstairs. It kicks away from Downham off to the right, but not far enough for Diaz to try. It's a 2-2 count.
Some good hustle there from Jed Downham, but as you were talking about, the A's have won all 3 matchups. The 28th, they won 10-3. And then February 5th, they almost had them, but Tyler Fogg's walk-off single got them their second win, and then a 10-6 victory back on February 10th. They're 3-0 against these Blue Sox.
Yeah, that game you mentioned, the Tyler Fogg one on February 5th, it was a 7-2 lead for the Blue Sox at one point. The A's came all the way back and took the lead. The 2-2 to DePasquale, swing and a miss. Chased the pitch at the top of the zone. And that's a big out number 1 for Chet Robinson.
Well, we saw Chet Robinson go with the high fastball on the foul ball that went all the way into Sunrise Park. He went to the high fastball once again and is able to get Di Pasquale swinging for a big first out. Now double play depth for the middle infield.
And an RBI machine in Alan Goodwin. He drove in 11 on the season despite hitting just 200 on the year. He makes his hits count. Came up with a couple of big ones in the playoffs already. See if he can come up with another as he calls time before the first offering. Bases loaded, 1 out. Blue Sox trying to score first in the top of the first inning. No score so far. Righty to righty. Robinson to Goodwin. The first pitch home is upstairs. Ball 1.
Yeah, and you could say Goodwin was the difference in that first playoff game versus the Power. He had 2 hits for 3 RBIs, helping that Blue Sox team out a lot in order to get to this position.
Runner at every station. Diaz at third as this is hit on the ground towards short. Colon has it hop over the glove and into left field. 1 run is in. Here comes Camaro's 2-run score as Goodwin will slide into second base. The throw went into third. Everybody's safe. It's a 2-0 Blue Sox lead. It looks like they're going to call that one an error. It was definitely playable. Took a late bad hop on Colon and got up and over the glove.
Yeah, just went right between the old wickets of Jorge Colon at short. Could have been Kevin Gamaros getting in the way of the grounder that kind of threw Colon off. But allows 2 runs to score, and with 1 out now, anything in the outfield could score a third.
They're at second and third with only 1 away. Angus State digs in. State hit a home run in yesterday's ball game as he fouls the first pitch back. It's 0-1.
Yeah, Angus State had a really nice game yesterday. He hit that home run. He got a couple of base hits. Some good defense over at third base, so he's looking to keep it going, keep the momentum high. And this is a good spot here with 2 on in scoring position.
He's driven in 7 runs this season. Comes in with a .206 batting average. 13 games played as the 0-1 is up high. 2-0 Blue Sox lead it early. We're in the top of the first inning. Runners at second and third, only 1 away.
Angus State not doing too bad against the A's this season. Went 4 for 10 with an RBI and a walk.
The 1-1 from Robinson. Off speed, and it stayed up high. 2 balls and a strike. Chet Robinson, the Arizona native out of Mesa, went to Mesa Community College. Trying to work his way out of a jam. The 2-1 swing and a miss. It's 2-2.
And you hit State with 2 straight breaking balls out of the zone, and then the fastball right down the middle. Didn't seem like State was ready for it.
See what he goes with now. Looks in for the sign from his catcher, Jed Downham. Deep breath before the 2-2. Here it comes, and it's inside. It actually hit Angus State. And he'll head down to first. The bases are loaded back up for Shuya Funada.
Yeah, and with the bases loaded once again, Chet Robinson is going to really need to bear down and hit the strike zone here. Hasn't been doing that as of lately. Of course, the defense having 2 errors doesn't help him out a little bit, but still, being able to throw strikes is key.
2 errors, a walk, a hit by pitch, 1 single so far in this first inning, along with a strikeout. 1 out, bases loaded, and a first pitch strike into Shuya Funada. 2-0 Blue Sox on top. Top of the first inning. The Japanese native Funada awaits. As the pitch comes in, check swing, he went around. And it's 0-2.
Funada hitting at a 240, 6 for 25. 8 walks on the year, so he's been very patient. And he could take advantage of a Chet Robinson who, so far this game, hasn't been able to hit the zone.
Yeah, you mentioned the 240 batting average. With all the walks, his on-base percentage is over 400 at 412. 0-2 hole here as the pitch misses low and away for ball one. Runner at every base. Easley's at third. Goodwin at second. State at first. 2-0 Blue Sox, top of one. 1-2 pitch from Robinson to Funada. Here it comes. Off speed, swing, and a miss. Caught Funada out in front, and that's out number two.
You can see when he hits the strike zone, he's on point. Just has to do it. And getting some grounders here, but Nathaniel Lai, the newcomer, trying to extend things here in the first.
Nathaniel Lai was a member of the Palm Springs Power, played 7 games for them. 2 hits on the season and 15 at-bats, but one of them was a long home run on the turf field. As an off-speed pitch gets a big swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Bases loaded, 2 outs, 2-0 Blue Sox, top of the first. Nathaniel Lai out of Willemstad, Curacao. The 0-1. Fouled straight back. He was on the fastball.
And even though you've given up 2 runs, it would be a really big third out here to only keep those 2 runs on the board. You know the Canada A's offense has worked down a lot before and have come back, and we saw that in their second matchup as they were, you said they were down 7-2.
The 0-2 to Lai. Up and away for ball one. Yeah, if they're able to keep the game relatively close, that's a win for Chet Robinson in this first inning.
Especially, too, since it's a 9-inning game this time. More time to get some runs on the board and come back.
The 1-2. Downstairs, blocked nicely by Downham to keep Easley at third base.
Yeah, it's been a good first inning for Downham. He's had that one that went away. Nico Diaz didn't go, though, and he's pretty much been perfect with the blocking ever since.
That's a great luxury that Paul Noce and the A's have. 2 very high-quality catchers in Jed Downham and Matthew Ward. As the 2-2. Swing and a miss on the breaking ball. Robinson strikes out the side, but the Blue Sox strike first. 2 runs in the top of the first inning. It's 2-0 as we head to the bottom of 1 on your California Winter League YouTube channel.
Everyone knows good things come in threes, like Dave & Buster's Eat, Drink, and Play combo for just $19.99, including 1 mouth-watering entree, a refreshing beverage, a $10 power card, and a whole lot of fun, which means you enjoy a delicious meal for under $10. Oh, look, that's 5 good things. Good things come in threes at Dave & Buster's with the Eat, Drink, and Play combo for just $19.99. Buy online or in-store today.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Whenever you find yourself hungry for something real, simple, and true, we're here for you.
That's what a hamburger's all about.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Bottom of the first inning, Championship Sunday. This California Winter League Championship sponsored by Cindy Piper State Farm. As the Blue Sox jump out to the early lead, it's 2-0. as the A's bats will try to battle back against Noah Cole on the mound for the Blue Sox.
Noah Cole, fastball at around 86, throws the changeup at around 80, and the curveball in the mid-70s. He has a 10.5 ERA, only 2.2 innings pitched, but he gave up 3 hits and 4 earned runs. First time facing the A's this season for Noah Cole. Now up 2 without even having to throw a pitch.
2 strikeouts against 6 walks in those 2 2/3 innings, so control is going to be the key here against the Canada A's, a very dangerous lineup. We've talked about it in the top of the first inning. A team very much capable of coming back in any game, especially just a 2-run ball game. It's 2-0 Blue Sox as Cole's first pitch to Juan Francis is outside for ball 1. Francis, a switch hitter, batting from the left side against the right-handed throwing Noah Cole. The 1-0. Down low for ball 2.
Yeah, this is a battle of all about throwing in the strike zone. 2 guys that walk a lot of people, so whoever hits the strike zone more will probably get the win here.
Francis takes a strike down at the bottom of the zone. It's 2-1.
Cole throwing a little faster, though, than Robinson. That one was up at 88 miles per hour.
Francis hit .306 in the regular season as this is bounced to the left side. Gets by the glove of Gameros at short, who was ranging toward the second base bag over to his left. And the high hop, they're going to charge that an error on Gameros on the ball hit up the middle. So an error started it off for the Blue Sox, and now it starts things off for the A's offense. Runner at first in Juan Francis to bring up Dane Simon.
Well, the A's are completely the opposite of the Blue Sox in terms of stealing. They have 47 stolen bases, 7 of them coming from Juan Francis at first.
First pitch fouled off by Dane Simon. Those 7 steals on 7 attempts. Francis has not been caught this year. 0-1 count on Dane Simon. He fouls it up and back out of play. It's 0-2.
Yeah, and the A's are really good at making smart base running decisions. They've have the 47 stolen bases, which we mentioned earlier, only been caught 5 times.
0-2 count on Dane Simon. Cole kicks and fires outside for ball 1. You mentioned it during the pregame show that the top 5 hitters in the A's lineup, all with batting averages over 300. So quality up and down, especially at the top of this lineup. A swing and a miss here from Dane Simon, though, is a strikeout for out number 1.
And we've been saying Dane Simon, he strikes out, but then you have to deal with Sam Ruda, Stan King, and Matthew Warren. So some absolutely insane offense from the Canada A's. Going to be hard for Noah Cole to get through these next 3 guys.
Yeah, really no give in the top of this lineup. Sam Ruda hit .378 in the regular season, 18 runs driven in. So he takes the first pitch strike, although he scuffled a little bit as of late. He reached base safely in each of his first 14 games, but hasn't in the last 3. So that pitch misses inside. It's 1-1.
Yeah, and Sam Ruda is somebody who's really patient as well. He has 12 walks on the season. Swings a lot, though. He has 12 strikeouts. So he really has been up and down this season.
Francis takes off from first, but it's fouled off at the plate by Ruda. 1-2 count. Francis will jog on back to the first base bag. 2-0 Blue Sox on top. Bottom of the first inning, 1 out, 1 on. 1-2 count on the powerful lefty, Sam Ruda.
And you can see the right fielder, Funada, is way back there, almost near the warning track, in case Sam Ruda gets a hold of one.
Respecting the power as that's outside for ball 2. He hit 1 home run in the regular season, but plenty of other gappers. 8 doubles on the year. The 2-2. Runner takes off as this is lifted in the air. Deep to right field. Funada's underneath. Now comes in a few steps from the track and makes the grab for the second out. Ruda hit it hard, but he got under it. Hit it a little too high.
And that's some great positioning from Funada. As we just said, he was way back there. Didn't take more than about 5-6 steps and was right under it to make the easy grab.
So it turns to Stan King. Runner at first still in Francis. 2 outs for the left-handed hitting first baseman. This would be a big momentum boost, too, for the Blue Sox to be able to, and for Noah Cole to go through this inning scoreless as he gets a swing and a miss from King.
Stan King was the difference in their last matchup versus the Palm Springs Chill. He hit the 2-run home run to give them the 5-4 lead, and that's what the score it would end with.
As Cole takes a long look in. Now the 0-1. This is ripped in the air. Dead center field. Diaz going back near the wall. He leaps. It's off the wall. Rounding third and coming in is Francis. Diaz throws the ball back into the cutoff, easily onto third. Sliding in safely is Stan King with an RBI triple. It's 2-1.
Well, Stan King gets a hold of another one, 398 feet off of the Cindy Piper sign out there. Nico Diaz made a really nice effort to try and grab it, just couldn't hold on to it. 99 off the bat. And as we said, this offense can come back in a hurry.
Stan King reminding us who's sponsoring this championship game, Cindy Piper State Farm. As the first pitch misses outside for ball 1 to Matthew Warren. RBI triple. He's the tying run now at third base in the bottom of the first inning. 2-1 Blue Sox on top. As the 1-0 curves into the zone for a strike, it's 1-1.
And as we said, you were never going to get through these 3 guys easily, as Matthew Warren is patient as well, also has 12 walks of his own. Him and Ruda lead the team.
The 1-1 is fouled up and back out of play, 1-2. Yeah, Sam Ruda hit a ball hard, but he hit it too high to get it out. But a couple of hard hit balls as King followed him up with the ball off the wall just to the right of straightaway center field. The 1-2. This is low.
It's a changeup just in the dirt. Matthew Warren wasn't going to swing at that one. Trying to get his pitch to take here. A lot of space up the middle between Gameros and Easley at second and short.
The 2-2. Hit on the ground toward that space. Backhanded by Easley at second. The throw on to first. Not in time. Couldn't get much on it as he was running away from first toward the second base bag. The second baseman threw across his body a one-hopper into Garcia just late to get the speedy Warren. Infield single. A run comes in. We're tied at 2.
Yeah, and that was a great effort from Easley. You know, it's a really hard play to make, and he made it really perfectly. Just Warren was too fast, and now he's the threat on the base pass here. He has 9 stolen bases, only been caught once.
As Deontay Jackson digs in, powerful bat. Hits from the right side as he swings and misses. Took a big hack at that pitch. 0-1.
Yeah, Deontay always takes some really nice hacks at the ball. When he gets a hold of one, he can hit it long way away.
Runner at first, 2 outs, the 0-1. Outside for ball 1. 2-2 ball game in the bottom of the first inning. Didn't take long for the A's to come back in this one.
As we said, a lot of offense.
Cole has the sign from Goodwin. Now issues as this is lifted in the air to left center field. Diaz racing back, and it'll fall just in front of the warning track in left center. Turning third and coming in to score, Matthew Warren, as the throw comes back into the infield. An RBI double for Deontay Jackson, and the A's lead it 3-2.
Oh, he just needed Deontay Jackson to get a hold of one, and he does. 94 off the bat, right into that gap. Nico Diaz speedy in center field, not able to grab it though. And now the A's quickly have that 1-run lead.
And it brings up one of their hottest hitters of late in Grayson Moeller. 8 hits in his last 9 games, including 5 doubles. He's hit a double in each of his last 2. First pitch in for a strike, 0-1. For Deontay Jackson, picked a good time to get his first extra base hit. He's hit the ball hard a few times. He's been relatively unlucky. The 0-1 is swung on and missed for strike 2. 3-2 A's on top in the bottom of the first inning. We expected a lot of offense in this game, and they're delivering right from the get-go. The 0-2 from Cole. Just down low for ball one.
50-50 call on that one, just a bit low. Could have been called either way, but now Moeller's still alive here.
Moeller bats from the left side as the 1-2 is swung on and missed. For strike three, but the A's answer right back, 3 runs of their own. It's a 3-2 A's lead as we head to the second inning on your California Winter League YouTube channel.
Across the Coachella Valley, you'll find our communities powered by short-term rentals. These rentals bring visitors and dollars to the region. Whether attending events, checking out the art scene, or dining at restaurants, when they spend money, we all score. The nearly $1 billion impact of short-term vacation rentals generates tax revenues that fund police, firefighters, education, and many other programs that improve our daily lives. To learn why short-term rentals are a grand slam for the home team, visit onecv.org.
Family setting, you know, we come and we get into conversation, and it's comfortable here is what I guess I'll say. It's comfortable.
The hot cocoa has whipped cream and sprinkles in the whipped cream in the hot cocoa.
Very family oriented. You know, they cater to the kids. They got the coloring books and crayons, and they have kid-sized stuff about almost for everything that you would want. So young and old, everybody can enjoy it.
It's the best.
Made from scratch memories. Elmer's.
How do you define adventure? Riding the world's largest rotating tram car? Taking in SoCal's awe-inspiring views? Exploring over 50 miles of pristine wilderness? Enjoying casual or fine dining at 8,500 feet? Discovering our history? Experiencing our scenic trails? Getting that perfect souvenir? Whatever your adventure, you'll find it at the Palm Springs Aerial Tramway. Adventure at its peak. Begin your adventure at pstramway.com.
On to the second inning. Plenty of offense already in this championship game, sponsored by Cindy Piper of State Farm. 3-2, A's on top of the Blue Sox. Brandon Januska along with Evan Patoka. Top of the second inning, Chet Robinson out for another inning of work as he fires a strike to the 9-hitter Vince Garcia.
Vince Garcia hasn't played against the A's much. He's only 0 for 2 with an RBI and a walk, but he was also a part of the 2023 Blue Sox team that went to the championship.
He fouls the 0-1 back. It's 0-2. Had the same manager, Jimmy Johnson, who's back in the California Winter League Championship for the 3rd straight year, looking for his first win. Bases empty, nobody out. Top of the second inning, 3-2, A's on top as an 0-2 pitch coming from Robinson to Garcia. Here it is. Inside and a hit him. Second man that Robinson has hit today, but you hate to do it when you have an 0-2 count on the 9-hole hitter. The leadoff man is on, and it's back to the top of the order, and Nico Diaz.
Yeah, Chet Robinson's given up 3 free bags now. Now, the first 2 weren't able to come around and score, but if it keeps up with this one, it could get ugly here, especially with Nico Diaz and Kevin Gameros, the next 2 up.
Diaz reached on an error by Dane Simon his first time up. Takes a curveball in the zone for strike 1. Robinson has that big hook, that big looping curveball that he's used. Sweeps back into the zone. As the 0-1 is ripped to right field. Jackson going back. He leaps up and makes the catch before tumbling to the turf. Garcia will head back to first base as Diaz is out number 1, robbed of a hit by Deontay Jackson in right field.
And you see Stan King at first thanking his right fielder. That was a great catch by Jackson. Makes me think if he was about 2-3 inches shorter, that would have gone over his head, but the height advantage gets to it, and he's able to get that one for the first out.
Jackson, a former D1 football player at Oregon. Now it brings up Kevin Gameros. He singled and scored in the first. Runner at first, 1 out, and a throw over to the first base bag has Garcia diving back in. 3-2, A's on top, top of 2. Right-handed pitching, Chet Robinson. Left-handed hitter, and Kevin Gameros. First pitch home is off speed, floated into the zone for strike 1.
He started off all 3 at-bats in the second inning with that curveball that laces in there for a called strike.
See what he goes with on an 0-1 offering now. Look back at first. Now the pitch. It's a bouncer toward first, but foul. And it's 0-2.
Seemed to be really relying on the fastball in the first inning. Now going back to the curveball a lot. Seems to have been working out so far.
Already the second time through the order for the Blue Sox. So these guys are seeing Robinson for the second time. 0-2 count on Kevin Gameros. Runner at first in Garcia. 3-2, A's on top. Top of the second inning. 1 out. And the pitch. Outside for ball 1. Gameros just the second lefty in this lineup for the Blue Sox today. Nico Diaz, the other one, who just flew out. The 1-2 is lifted in the air the other way. Left center field, Warren on the run, and it's over his head. Down in the gap, rolls all the way to the wall. Coming into third, Garcia. He's going to get the brakes put on, and already at third base was Gameros. He has to scamper back to second, and he'll do so safely. The ball came in to the plate, and a bit of confusion all the way around on both sides. The A's weren't ready to throw the ball back into second base to be able to get Gameros, and the Blue Sox, well, they had 2 runners at third base.
Yeah, it was a very interesting play, and I'm kind of surprised that Jed Downham not throwing it back to second there, maybe to stop Vince Garcia from at least thinking about running home to score that tying run, but just a very interesting misplay out there in left field by Matthew Warren. It looks like it just went right over his glove, and it causes them to go to second and third with 1 out.
So even though Gameros ran about 360 feet, he ends up at second with a double as this is hit on the ground towards short. Colon will chase the runners back and throw on to first in time to get Tommy Easley for the second out.
Jimmy Johnson over there at third base kind of scolding Vince Garcia, asking him why he didn't even try to run off of third and try to head home, especially in a game this close. It would make a big difference here for the offense.
Yeah, it looked like JJ had his arm up, waving it for the runner to go, and it was a decision by Garcia himself to hit the brakes. As the breaking ball misses up and in for ball 1 to Parker DePasquale. 3-2, A's on top. 2 outs, runners at second and third for DePasquale, who struck out his first time up. The 1-0. Another breaking ball that never came back. Lands just above the head of DePasquale for ball 2.
Jed Downham talking to his pitcher. It would be a big third out here, especially when the offense is red hot right now after scoring 3 in the bottom of the first.
First base is open, but you have a clutch hitter in Alan Goodwin on deck. 2-0 count on the righty DePasquale. The righty Robinson kicks and fires. Outside ball 3. This inning started off with a hit by pitch to Vince Garcia on an 0-2 count. Diaz flew out on a sensational play in right field by Jackson. Gameros with that crazy double. Then a ground out from Easley as the 3-0 misses inside ball 4. So now a walk to DePasquale as the base is loaded with 2 outs for Alan Goodwin.
Blue Sox at risk here of leaving the bases loaded for the second straight inning. Alan Goodwin's going to have to come in clutch here and get that lead back for the Blue Sox.
He put the ball in play, 0 for 1 officially, but he put it in play to allow the runs to score his first time. An error at short by Colon allowed the 2 runs to score. It's a 3-2 A's lead as Robinson deals a first pitch strike 0-1 on Goodwin. Garcia at third. Gameros at second. DePasquale's at first. 0-1 count on Alan Goodwin in a one-run game. Robinson's fires as that's ripped foul off to the left. Win off speed, and Goodwin was just out in front.
Yeah, it didn't seem like Goodwin was ready for that breaking ball. He only has 2 pitches pretty much, but he's able to get out in front of it. Just gets it a little bit out of the bleachers out there in left field.
Goodwin behind 0-2. 2 outs in the inning. A slight breeze blowing from right to left on a sunny day here in Palm Springs as Goodwin calls time. He'll settle back in before this 0-2 pitch. Bases loaded, 2 outs. 3-2 ball game. We're only in the top of the second inning and plenty of action already here in this championship game. Now the 0-2. Outside for ball 1.
I like the decision there from Robinson and Downham to get it just on that outside corner. Just misses it, though, with the 84 fastball. Let me go back to that corner, see if we can get him swinging with the breaking ball here.
Robinson has the sign from Downham, his catcher. The 1-2 pitch. Off speed, and it stays inside for ball 2. Tried that curveball, just didn't come back enough to get in the zone. Stayed inside on the right-handed hitter. Robinson sets at the belt, takes a deep breath. Now a 2-2 pitch. Outside again, that one low and away. And it's a full count on Alan Goodwin.
Yeah, the last thing you want to do here is walk in a run with that run scoring being the hit by pitch. 2 free bases allow them to tie the game if this is ball 4 here.
A walk would tie it up. The 3-2 misses. Downstairs it is. Ball 4. Goodwin picks up the free RBI as Garcia comes in to score. We're knotted at 3 in the top of the second.
Yeah, and in this battle where somebody has to hit the strike zone more than the other, seems like Chet Robinson just isn't able to do so. He did get the 3-2 count, but just keeps on missing outside and a little low, and then the breaking ball misses high and inside. Angus State trying to extend that lead now.
Bases remain loaded with 2 outs. State was hit by a pitch his first time as he takes one upstairs for ball 1. That hit by pitch came on a 2-2 count. The one earlier this inning to Vince Garcia came on an 0-2 count, which makes it even more frustrating if you're Robinson and the A's. 3-3 ball game. The 1-0 popped up and back out of play, back behind us in the press box. It's 1-1.
Lowering the velocity a little bit was Chet Robinson. Maybe he's going to need a lowering of the velocity in order to limit the walks and free bases.
2 walks already this inning, along with a hit by pitch. The 1-1 to State. Low and away for ball 2. And some of those pitches like that one, the fastball, they just yanks and it's not close to the zone. If you're missing close, you might get the chase.
Or at least Downham can try and frame it and get the call.
But some of these highly errant misses aren't helping your causes. This is in the air toward right field, racing in Jackson. Simon going back, and it's the second baseman, Simon, who makes the catch about 15 feet into the outfield grass in right to end the inning. Blue Sox get the tying run home on a bases-loaded walk. It's a 3-3 ball game as we head to the bottom of the second on your California Winter League YouTube channel.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
Bottom of the second inning. It's been a crazy one so far in this championship game. 3-3, all knotted up, Blue Sox and A's. As the A's go back to work against Noah Cole. It'll be Cologne, Downham, and back to the top with Francis. 8-9-1 up for the Canada A's in the bottom of the second inning.
Yeah, and we've been talking about the offenses being a key X factor to this. How about the defenses really kind of needing to step it up here already? 4 errors through 2.5.
We've seen 6 total runs, none of them earned because of the errors as Cologne fouls off the first pitch. It's 0-1.
The Blue Sox have already left 6 on base. Now, of course, they've scored 3 runs already, but still not able to get that big hit when it matters.
0-1 pitch to the A's shortstop. Low and away, check swing, he did not go, and it's a 1-1 count.
Cologne batting at a 231, 9 for 39. Has some speed and some patience with 7 walks.
Takes the pitch down in the dirt for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. On Cologne to lead off the bottom of the second inning, tied at 3. Righty to righty. Cole's pitch. Catches the bottom of the zone, 2-2.
Good breaking ball there from Noah Cole. See if he can go back to that fastball. We catch him off guard with the timing.
Cologne a threat if he can get on base. Another speedster for the A's. They have plenty of them. The 2-2. Misses low and away for ball 3. Goodwin caught that one in the right-handed batter's box. Full count on Jorge Cologne. The pitch from Cole. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Beat him with a high fastball at 88 miles per hour, and that's the first out.
Yeah, really nice high fastball. We saw one of his strikeouts on the other side of Parker DePasquale come on a high fastball from Chet Robinson, so maybe that's where you need to live on 2 strikes here for these offenses.
As the 9-hitter Jed Downham digs in. Left-handed hitting catcher takes outside for ball 1. If you just look at the stat lines, you notice a big difference between the batting average of Jed Downham and the other catcher Matthew Ward. Ward hitting .308, Downham just at .182. It's the 1-0 is in for a strike. It's 1-1. But if you look further into it, they both reach base almost identical clips. Ward with a .441 on base percentage. Downham's right there at .438. As he fouls one off to the left and out of play, it's 1-2. Downham reaches base at an extremely high clip despite not getting a lot of hits on the year, and that's because all he does is walk, it seems, 6 of them. He's also been hit 4 times. It's the 1-2, misses low and away for ball 2.
Yeah, Ward also has 6 walks, but it's the hit by pitches from Downham that are allowing him to get on base more, or I guess at the same amount of time as Matthew Ward.
It's the 2-2. It's ripped foul off to the right into the bleachers. Look out, as it'll avoid any fans out there in the right field bleachers and just be harmlessly picked up But this is what we typically see from Jed Downham. He fouls off a lot of pitches. It's a lot of tough at-bats. He is a hard guy to get out.
Yeah, and in a game where pitch count matters so far.
This is hit on the ground wide of first. Another foul ball.
Chet Robinson already at 57 pitches through 2. Noah Cole nearing 40. Not going to see too much length out of both of these pitchers.
2-2 count on Jed Downham. The pitch from Cole. Popped up on the infield. Should be playable. Goodwin into fair territory. Makes the catch. About 15 feet down the first base line. And that's out number 2.
Yeah, that one went a mile into the air. Even though the clouds are kind of settling in here, Alan Goodwin still has to fight the sun here in this afternoon game. Able to make the nice catch, though, in fair territory.
So Downham pops out to his own position. And it brings up the top of the order in Juan Francis. Switch hitting center fielder reached on an error his first time as he looks at strike 1. 3-3 ball game, bottom of the second inning. Francis, the switch hitter, again batting from the left side with the righty on the mound. As he fouls it back, it's 0-2.
Cole 1 strike away from the first 1-2-3 inning so far in this game, and the first scoreless inning we have seen so far.
Plenty of offense in this one already. Blue Sox with 2 in the first. A's answer with 3 of their own in the bottom of 1, and another run in the top of 2 for the Blue Sox to even things up at 3. Francis takes up and away for ball 1. It's a 1-2 count. Tie game 3-3. Bottom of the second inning. Bases empty, 2 outs. Righty to lefty, the 1-2. Laced into center field. Ranging over to his right is Diaz. The center fielder's under it and makes the grab to retire the side. It is a 1-2-3 inning for Noah Cole. A's don't score. We're tied at 3 as we head to inning number 3 on your California Winter League YouTube channel.
For 20 years, our family's mission has been simple. It all starts at Stuffed, where exceptional service meets bold flavors. Every crust, a masterpiece. Cocktails crafted to perfection in an atmosphere that brings family and friends together. Stuffed pizza, dine-in or takeout. Savor and enjoy at our 2 locations. Quality, service, family legacy, it all starts at Stuffed.
Jessup Auto Plaza has been proudly serving the Coachella Valley since 1938 as your trusted family-owned auto destination. Now, electrify your drive with the Valley's most extensive range of electric vehicles. Drive the Chevrolet Blazer, Equinox, Silverado, the powerful GMC Hummer, Sierra, and the distinctive Cadillac Lyriq. Silent power, bold performance. Electrify your drive. Jessup Auto Plaza. Since 1938, the EV brands you love, the family you trust.
On to the third inning. Brandon Januska along with Evan Patoka on Championship Sunday. Tied at 3, Blue Sox and A's. Chet Robinson out for his third inning of work. Facing off against Shuya Funada. First pitch on the ground in fair territory down the third base line. Funada around first, heading for second. The throw in is not in time. Simon just a little late on the tag. A strong throw from Matthew Warren in left field. But Funada hustling all the way in is in with a leadoff double.
Yeah, that's all around a good play from Shuya Funada. It looked like he was thinking 2 right off the sound of the bat, but it ended up being a lot closer than originally thought as Warren with a really good throw out there from left.
So after Noah Cole issued the first 1-2-3 and scoreless inning of this ball game in the bottom of the second, Blue Sox looking to take the lead. Tied at 3 in the top of 3. Runner at second, nobody out. Nathaniel Lai, a strikeout victim his first time. takes a big hack and a miss for strike one.
And that Shuya Funada double was only the third ball put into play on the first pitch.
And that was his first extra base hit of the season. It's the 0-1, check swing, and hit off the bat. Near the hands, may have hit off the bottom of the bat. And it's 0-2.
Looked like it might have hit off the knob there from Lai. Big strike zone he has because of his 6'7" frame.
The Curacao native went to North Missouri College, as well as Southern University, one of the Jaguars. The 0-2 is just upstairs for ball one. Runner at second, nobody out, tie ball game in the top of three. Robinson looks in, gets the sign from his catcher Downham, now sets belt high. Look back at second, and the 1-2 pitch. Called strike three at the knees. That's the first out of the inning.
Well, that's the fourth strikeout for Chet Robinson. He's done a good job at K-ing guys in the lineup. Just needs to pitch some more in the strike zone, just like what he did to Nathaniel Lai, and he'll get out of here with a 0 on the board.
Brings up Vince Garcia. Fell in an 0-2 hole his first time and then got hit by a pitch. Came around to score what is the tying run. As he swings and misses, 0-1 here. That came just last inning. Already on the 9-hitter. Second time completely through the order for the Blue Sox, and we're only in the third inning. 3-3 ball game, top of three. Runner at second, Funada led off the inning with a double. One out. And the 0-1, instead a look back and bluff throw to second base. Chases Funada back. Nobody was covering, as Colon raced over to the bag at the same time as Funada.
Yeah, that was dangerously close to getting called a balk. We don't see many balks in the CWL, at least so far this season, but as you said, no one was covering second. Now it looks like Dane Simon's getting close to that bag.
The second baseman now ranges back over to his traditional spot as the 0-1 is swung on and missed for strike two. So once again, Garcia in an 0-2 hole. He'll have to battle. One out, runner at second. Tie ball game in the top of the third on Championship Sunday. The 0-2. Outside, ball one.
Another pitch from Chet Robinson trying to grab that outside corner and get that called strike three. Just misses. He has to go back in that corner, try it again here to try and get Garcia swinging.
4 strikeouts already for Robinson. 3 of them came in the first inning. Look back at second base. Now the 1-2 instead. He'll step off again and look Funada back into second base. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out. Runner at second. 3-3 ball game. 6 runs total on just 5 hits. We've seen 4 errors as the 1-2 swing and a miss, strike 3. It's a loud ovation from the crowd here at Palm Springs Stadium. 2 outs with a runner at second, and back to the top of the order for Nico Diaz.
Yeah, Chet Robinson doing a good job at getting the strikeout stuff. That's his 5th K now. Getting the pitch count a lot less here. Only 10 pitches and there's 2 outs.
First pitch is fouled off to the left from the left-handed hitting Diaz. 0-1. Diaz was robbed of a hit his first time by Deontay Jackson in right field. Made a great leaping grab as he was on the run, going back and then tumbled to the turf as he made the grab. The 0-1 to Diaz. Up high for a ball.
A generous call there for Nico Diaz, as that was in the zone, but maybe the stature of Nico Diaz, talking about the stature of Nathaniel Lai, 2 very different heights, about a foot apart, helps them each in the strike zone.
1-1, fouled up and back into the stance. It's 1-2. Diaz listed at just 5'7". Nathaniel Lai exactly a foot higher. 6'7" is where he's listed on our rosters.
And 6'8" Johansel Gomez is also on the Blue Sox today. So got the shortest and the tallest guys on the same team so far for this championship game.
A 1-2. Misses inside. It's 2-2. Everything makes a difference. The height of the player, especially for a pitcher, you mentioned Gomez, really messes with the velocity. It looks like it's coming in faster just because of that wingspan and delivery point. It's the 2-2 from Robinson, breaking ball outside, and it's a full count on Nico Diaz. Runner at second, 2 outs in the inning. Funada led off the inning with a double. He's still there. 3-3 ball game.
And this is the second full count for Nico Diaz. He's done a good job at kind of seeing everything through here, especially with all the free bases that Robinson's given up so far.
0 for 2 on the day. Reached on an error in the first and scored as the 3-2 is laced into left field, but drifting foul. And out of play, and we'll do it again. Diaz hitting .366 on the season, but even more impressive, he reaches more than half of the time, a .526 on-base percentage coming into today. So about 52, 53% of the time, he's going to reach base safely.
And that's what happens when you're patient. He has 14 walks on the season, and that's why he's been a catalyst in that leadoff position for this Blue Sox offense.
A 3-2, bounced foul off to the right and into the Blue Sox dugout.
And also, especially since he can fight off pitches like that, as we're 7 pitches deep into this at-bat now.
The righty Robinson threw a pitch that was tailing in on the left-handed hitting Diaz. See what he goes with here. Looking in for the sign from his catcher, Jed Downham. Now he has it. Sets at the belt. And the 3-2. Lifted in the air, left center field, drifting over toward Warren, and the left fielder makes the grab on the run to end the inning. Leadoff double by Funada, but he's stranded as the Blue Sox don't score. We're tied at 3 as we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning on your California Winter League YouTube channel. Championship Sunday, the championship game for the California Winter League here from Palm Springs Stadium as we move to the bottom of the 3rd inning. This broadcast sponsored by Cindy Piper, State Farm, Brandon Januska along with Evan Patoka. A lot of offense in the early going, but now back-to-back zeros put up by each starting pitcher as Noah Cole will look to build off his 1-2-3 second inning as he faces the 2-3-4 hitters of the Canada A's.
Yeah, it seems like both pitchers are settling down. Still need to lower that pitch count, though, as both pitchers in their last half inning of work did, as you said, put up a 0 on the board, but threw 17 pitches each, a combined 34. And as Austin Turley is warming up in the A's bullpen, we'll have to see if they switch him out for Turley in the next half inning.
Yeah, a little bit of movement in the Blue Sox bullpen as well. Nobody throwing as of yet, but some activity as a first pitch strike issued to Dane Simon. Bottom of the third inning, 3-3 tie. We're playing a full 9-inning game here on Championship Sunday as this is ripped foul off to the left, and it's quickly 0-2.
Seemed like Paul Nochi didn't seem phased over there at third base.
The manager of the Canada A's looking for his first California Winter League title. This is Jimmy Johnson of the Blue Sox. A couple of managers who have played in the title game before, but have not won it yet. The 0-2 misses low and away for a ball. Simon a strikeout victim his first time. One of 3 strikeouts so far for Noah Cole, who issues a 1-2 up high. It's 2-2.
Get another 89. Noah Cole's really upping the speed on that fastball. He's located here, trying to get Dane Simon swinging again.
The 2-2. Fouled off, just got a piece of it and fouled it back.
And we've seen some good at-bats for both teams here. A lot of high counts, a lot of fouling off pitches, a lot of fighting. And that's kind of the reason that each team has been able to score 3 in the early going here.
The Louisiana native, Dane Simon, awaits the 2-2 pitch from Noah Cole. Here it comes. Up high, and the count goes from 0-2 to 3-2. 3-3 ball game. Bases empty, nobody out. Bottom of the third inning. Deep breath from Cole. Now the 3-2. Lifted in the air right side and drifting out of play. Off to the right, we'll do it again.
Yeah, and you don't want to have the leadoff man on here. Each time the leadoff man has gotten on, they have came around to score.
Runs coming in each of the first 3 half innings. 2 in the first, 1 in the second for the Blue Sox. All 3 A's runs coming in the first. This is lined right side over the leaping glove of Easley into right field for a leadoff single for Dane Simon.
Good work by Dane Simon. Was a little bit outside at 86. A little slower on the fastball for Cole, and he's able to hit it to the opposite field. A great effort at second base from Tommy Easley, just couldn't grab it. And as we said, the leadoff man in every single half inning, the first 3 has come around to score. So Sam Ruda trying to keep up the pattern.
That single by Simon wasn't very hard hit. A soft liner, but just got it over the head of Easley. So Ruda takes a big hack and fouls it down 0-1. Ruda flew out to right his first time up.
Yeah, Ruda just got under it. As we see Shuya Funada, who was in really perfect positioning for that flyout from Ruda in his first at-bat, back out there for his second.
Cole throws over to first. Simon back in with a head-first dive. Yeah, you look at Diaz out in center field and Funada in right. They're both maybe 5 or so feet away from the warning track, respecting the power of Sam Ruda as Simon takes off, hits it on the ground. Garcia, the first baseman, gloves and takes it to the bag himself. Simon in easily to second as he had the head start. 1 out, runner at second for Stan King.
That was a good little hit and run sacrifice there from Sam Ruda. And again, he does hit it fairly hard, but just right at Vince Garcia at first.
Yeah, definitely not the result a hitter like Ruda is looking for. But it moves the runner into scoring position for Stan King. RBI triple his first time as King fouls it off at the plate. Simon was taking off on the pitch, but he'll have to retreat back to second. He had a great jump.
Yeah, a very good jump from Dane Simon. He was already sliding in before Alan Goodwood could even pop up. Fortunately, just got a piece of it was Stan King, and now he has to go back to second.
No wind to speak of at the moment. The right-hander Noah Cole deals to the lefty Stan King. Camaro's covering the second base bag behind Dane Simon as the pitch is low and away for ball 1.
Camaro's just keeping an eye on Dane Simon over there at second base, easily kind of letting him do all the work here just in case they want to throw back. We've seen Simon try to run already.
11 for 12 in the season on steal attempts as this throw chases him back over to second as Gameros had to go to the first base side a second to glove it.
Tried to fake him out, too. Ran into center, acting like it was an error, but Dane Simon not fooled on it.
The 1-1. Bouncer right side, charging easily. The second baseman has it and throws out Stan King. Simon advances to third on the play. There's 2 outs. We're tied at 3 in the bottom of 3.
And as we've been saying, the 3, 4, 5 guys in this lineup are very deadly as Matthew Warren gets out here. Noah Cole have gone through all 3 of them after the leadoff single.
Warren had an RBI single in the first inning. With 2 outs, has a runner at third. As he takes low and away for ball 1. 1-0, lifted in the air left side. That'll tail foul and out of play. 1-1 on Matthew Warren. Left-handed hitting left fielder for the A's. 5 lefties and a switch hitter in the A's lineup, including each of the last 3 hitters. This is lifted in the air towards center. Diaz ranging back to left center field, and it's over his head. It one-hops the wall. A run comes in. Sliding into second base is Matthew Warren as the throw comes to second. It's an RBI double and a 4-3 A's lead in the bottom of the 3rd.
Well, another great piece of opposite field hitting from Matthew Warren. Now he has 2 RBIs. Halfway to the cycle, he has the 2 easy ones, but doesn't really matter as he's given his team the lead in the championship game.
4-3 A's on top. We're in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Deontay Jackson, who ripped an RBI double his first time, comes up. Takes outside for ball 1.
And Deontay Jackson ripped one of his own over there near the Agua Caliente sign out there in left center field. Nico Diaz getting really busy with these gappers so far in this game.
The 1-0. Downstairs for ball 2. We mentioned it earlier, really no break in this lineup if you're a pitcher. Every one of these guys have the power to crack one in the gaps or even over the wall. The 2-0, big swing and a miss for strike 1.
That Matthew Warren double was also the first earned run we've had today.
4 errors already in this ball game, all of them coming in the early innings. Bottom of the 3rd, 4-3 A's. Runner at second, the 2-1. Swing and a miss for strike 2.
And Deontay Jackson swinging on the outside pitches, still taking those big hacks, but see if he can go to the outside here with a fastball. Try and get him swinging it once again to get them out of the inning.
The 33-year-old trying to show that 30s aren't too old to play. Lifts one to deep center field. Diaz going back near the track, has room and makes the catch. A couple of steps shy of the warning track in left center to end the inning. But the A's score 1. They take a 4-3 lead as Evan Patoka will take you through the middle innings here on the California Winter League YouTube channel.
Welcome to the top of the 4th. The Canada A's now lead it 4-3 on a Matthew Warren RBI double that scored Dane Simon, who led off the bottom of the 3rd with a single. And now it's a new pitcher in after Chet Robinson gave the A's 3 innings of 3-run ball. It is Austin Turley now into the game. He has a 3 ERA and 18.2 innings pitched, 19 hits given up, 10 runs, 8 of them earned, has walked 8, struck out 11. And he'll be facing off against the 2-3-4 guys in the Blue Sox lineup, Kevin Gameros, Tommy Easley, and Parker DePasquale. Any of them get on, it'll be Alan Goodwin to step up next against Turley here in the top of the 4th.
Chet Robinson did a nice job of limiting the damage. The control wasn't always there today. He goes 3 innings, allowing 3 runs. None of them were earned on just 2 hits, 3 walks with 5 strikeouts.
As Kevin Gameros will stand in for his 3rd at-bat. He singled in the 1st inning, reached on an error in the 2nd inning. Leading off the 4th here as the Blue Sox down 1, looking to tie the game up at 4. 3 runs, 2 hits, 1 error. The A's have 4 runs on 5 hits, 3 errors. Got our first earned run last inning. That gave the A's a 4-3 lead. First pitch to Gameros is off the glove of Stan King, and no one's covering first, so Gameros will get on. They're going to call that one a single. As it gets off the glove of Stan King and Turley doesn't get to first in time, Gameros is on first with a leadoff single.
Yeah, absolutely have to give Gameros the hit on that one. Stan King had to leave his feet to try to make a play. It went off the glove, but he was able to knock it down. Otherwise, that may have been extra bases for the speedy Gameros.
First pitch to Easley is in the zone for strike 1. Kevin Gameros has now reached for his 3rd straight time, his 2nd single of the day. Tommy Easley will look to reach for his 2nd time. He walked in the 1st, grounded out to short in the 2nd, and now the 0-1. Fouled back, and it's 0-2. Austin Turley throws a bit slower than Chet Robinson. Fastball at around a 77, has a slider, a changeup, and a splitter at around the low 70s. So breaking balls are about the same speed as Chet's, but has a little bit better movement. Throw back to first. Gameros is back in diving.
We'll see as this game goes on if Paul Torelli follows up Austin Turley. Those 2 guys have been a package deal for Paul Noce all season. Every time one has played in a game, the other has followed.
Faking the run is Gameros as Easley fouls another one back. We'll do it again at 0-2. On that 61 on the breaking ball for Turley. As you said, Torelli usually pitches after Turley or the other way around, so that's pretty much been the consensus the entire season, as that's another one fouled off into the Blue Sox bullpen, and another 0-2.
Yeah, and you mentioned the difference of speeds between Turley and Robinson. That's a big reason why Paul Noce likes to go Turley and Torelli back-to-back as well, because the difference in their arsenals and velocity can really throw off hitters.
Easily the Ackworth, Georgia native. Standing at an 0-2 from Turley. That's into center field. Under it, not having to move too far is Juan Francis. He'll make the grab for out number 1. So a nice first out here after the leadoff single, and it's Parker DePasquale coming up for his 3rd at-bat. He struck out in the 1st and walked in the 2nd. One of 4 walks for Chet Robinson in his outing. Gameros is going to run, throw to 2nd, and they have him not in a rundown, as it looks like they're going to call a balk on Turley.
Yeah, and Paul Noce not happy about it, races out of the dugout from the 3rd base side, and he's going to argue with the 1st base umpire.
Yeah, Paul Noce is not happy. He immediately speed walking over to the 1st base umpire as Gameros ran way too early. Didn't get a great jump, but looks like he's still getting yelled at by Noce. Might get thrown out here in the championship. We'll see, but
yeah, he's still going. He's following the 1st base umpire back, but we did not see an ejection at all in the regular season.
Yeah, it would be wild if the first ejection in the season was in the championship game.
Yeah, this is really the most heated I've seen any of the managers at any point.
Yeah, Noce really not happy.
Big moment with only one out, puts a runner in scoring position on a play where he was dead to rights. That would have been out number 2.
Yeah, he definitely would have been out. He was basically about to get put in a rundown here, but then the balk was called, so Gameros takes second easily. And now the first pitch to DePasquale inside for ball 1.
Of course, with this being just a one-run game, every run matters, and every moment, every small play could be a turning point.
Have to see if that balk call comes back to haunt the A's as that breaking ball is inside for ball 2.
Because the big thing is he wasn't coming home or anything like that. That wasn't the issue. The question was just, did he step off with the back foot?
Bit hard to see from up here, at least, as it looked clean at first, but the call was a balk. Now the 2-0 to DePasquale just hits the inside part of the zone, and it's strike 1. Alan Goodwin stands on deck. Angus State after him in this top of the 4th. 4-3, the A's lead it. Man on second, though, for the Blue Sox here with one out. And the 2-1 to DePasquale. Breaking ball, swing and a miss, and it's 2-2.
That was a nice curveball there from Austin Turley, coming in at just 63 miles an hour and great break on it.
2-2 now, one out here in the top of the 4th. Gameros, the leadoff single in the balk, brings him to second. Dancing off of second, not too far of a lead. That one skied into left field. Deep going back is Warren at the warning track, back at the wall, and it's gone! Parker DePasquale, his second home run of the season, and it comes in clutch. It's 5-4. The Blue Sox lead it in the championship.
Well, we wondered if the balk would come back to bite him. It does, as Gameros likely would have been out on the play. It would have just been a solo home run. Instead, it's a 2-run shot to flip the score.
A ball that just kept carrying DePasquale, his second home run of the season, and none more important than that one. The Blue Sox lead it 5-4 here in the top of the 4th. Alan Goodwin takes ball 1, as he will try to follow up the home run. Inside, it's 2-0.
And the ball really does seem to be carrying anything hit in the air. The wind relatively dead. The flag's hanging straight down in straightaway center field. But the ball is flying.
Curveball inside again, and it's 3-0. The 3-0 to Goodwin inside, and it's a 4-pitch walk to Alan Goodwin. And now he stands on first, still only one out for Angus State. Speaking of home runs, Angus State hit one of his own yesterday. 2-run shot. The game ended 2-1, so his home run was the difference. DePasquale hitting a clutch home run of his own here in the top of the 4th. As the Blue Sox lead at 5-4, now Alan Goodwin on first. State got hit by a pitch in the first inning, flew out to shallow right field in the second inning, and now takes one just outside but called strike 1.
Turley may have gotten a break on that call after a 4-pitch walk to Goodwin.
0-1 inside, and it looks like it clipped him as State gets another hit by pitch, and he'll take first. Goodwin will take second on another free base from A's pitching.
This might be a good time to visit. Downham not going out there right now, but the infielders, the left side, Colon and Ruda both coming over. I like this decision to come over and just try to calm down your pitcher after you give up the home run. It really all goes back to that balk call. That can really rattle a pitcher. And then the home run following it up, and now the control issues. So just try to settle him down. You need to at least keep the game close right now. Don't let this be a big inning and really get things out of hand.
And guess who? Paul Torelli's in the A's bullpen warming up right now as Angus State reaches first. Goodwin reaches second on 2 free bases, the walk and the hit by pitch. Shuya Funada swings at the breaking ball for strike 1. Funata struck out in the first, doubled in the third. It's 1 for 2 on the day, looking to extend this lead after the Parker DePasquale 2-run homer. The 0-1. That's grounded to third. Ruda to second for 1. Dane Simon on to first for 2. A nice 5-4-3 double play gets him out of the inning, but Parker DePasquale hits a go-ahead 2-run homer. We head to the bottom of the fourth, 5-4. The Blue Sox lead it.
Hello, Power Baseball fans. At SBMP Attorneys, we believe in the power of community. And that's why we proudly support the Palm Springs Power, our hometown baseball team. After a memorable championship season in 2024, capping off the team's 20th anniversary, we're all very excited about the 2025 Power team. SBMP Attorneys and the Palm Springs Power are two teams that are committed to excellence, community, and the spirit of winning. We'll see you all at the ballpark.
Think of the highest quality you can imagine. Now, think higher.
Noah Cole is back out there now with a 1-run lead as both offenses going back and forth here. 5-4, the Blue Sox lead it here in the bottom of the fourth. Noah Cole will be facing Grayson Moeller, Jorge Colon, and Jed Downham, the bottom three in the order. To start off the fourth, Juan Francis will be up if any of them get on. As the top of the lineup, Noah Cole struggled in the first inning but has settled down a bit. He did give up the 1 run in the bottom of the third, but has overall done pretty well.
Yeah, he has. He's really settled in nicely into this game and has been a quality start already so far in terms of the production out of Noah Cole. A real bounce-back outing after he struggled a bit during the regular season.
Chet Robinson, after throwing 3 innings, is out at first base as the first base coach. As we were talking to Alejandro Izquierdo, one of the relievers for the A's, it seems like a superstition that Chet Robinson is over there at first, even after a day where he's pitching. Seems to be a little bit of a good luck charm, and they're going to need a good luck charm here to try and get this lead back. First pitch to Grayson Moeller is outside for ball 1.
It shows you how deep this A's roster is when you have a guy as good of a hitter as Grayson Moeller hitting in this 7 spot.
1-0, swing and a miss, and it's 1-1.
Grayson Moeller hit .368 on the season. That was only behind Sam Ruda's .378 on the team.
The 1-1, Cole to Moeller. Drilled foul into the Blue Sox dugout. See if that hit anybody. Doesn't look like it did, as it's 1-2. Seen a couple foul balls drilled over to the right side, and that one no different, as that one swung on and missed by Moeller. And it is another strikeout for Noah Cole. His 4th of the day. Jorge Colon stands in. He struck out for the 3rd strikeout for Noah Cole back in the 2nd inning. Now here in the 4th, his 2nd at-bat. Now at a 9 for 40 on the season as the first pitch hits him in the butt, and he'll take his base.
Now that one just slipped out of the hand of Noah Cole, rode in on the right-handed hitting Colon.
So Jed Downham will stand in. He had a really good at-bat his first time up, but ended up popping out to his catcher mate in Alan Goodwin in the 2nd inning. That was a man on first here with 1 out, 5-4. The Blue Sox lead it in the bottom of the 4th. First pitch swung on and missed for strike 1. Colon not taking too far of a lead off of first, getting covered up there by Vince Garcia. Double play depth for Easley and Gameros. That one's skied foul off to the right into Sunrise Park. And it's 0-2.
See if Noah Cole tries to elevate on Jed Downham. He's a quality hitter. Again, always takes long at-bats, it seems, fouls off pitches.
Outside, it's 1-2. Goodwin was looking outside as just a little too far out there, and he doesn't get the call. The 1-2. In the dirt, it's 2-2. We've seen this before from Jed Downham. He's really patient at the plate. Knows when to look, when to swing.
And you mentioned he popped out to the catcher his first time up, but that was after a 7-pitch battle.
In there for strike 3 on the breaking ball. Jed Downham's down looking, and that's the 5th strikeout of the game for Noah Cole.
Downham after that called strike, just asking the home plate umpire where exactly it was, maybe getting some clarification. He'll remember that spot, as catchers typically do. Make sure he gets that call later on for his pitchers.
Back to the top of the lineup as Juan Francis is here. Cologne's running on the first pitch, but it's fouled back out of play. Cologne will have to go back to first. Jorge's got 5 steals, has not been caught yet. Runs at the perfect times as he's not able to be caught, as most of these guys really aren't on the A's, including Francis. He reached on an error, came around to score in the first. Flew out to center field. Nico Diaz in the second. Now takes outside for ball 1. Michael Slayton now warming up in that Blue Sox bullpen. Throw back to first. Jorge Cologne's back safely, diving head first. Seems like Paul Torelli has taken a seat, no longer warming up in the A's bullpen. Just outside, misses for ball 2 to Francis.
Yeah, that double play really helping Austin Turley get out of the jam in the 4th.
The 2-1. Outside again, just misses, and it's 3-1. Dane Simon on deck. He singled and scored in his last at-bat. A blooper over the head of, and the jump of Tommy Easley at second. 68 off the bat for that one. Juan Francis, though, the 3-1. That one's into center field. Nico Diaz under it once again, and he'll make the grab for out number 3. So another 0 on the board for Noah Cole as we head to the top of the 5th. The Blue Sox lead it 5-4.
Shopping for car insurance is confusing. Holy cow.
Great. Now we have a cow in our kitchen. Why did you say that?
Because I don't know what coverage to choose.
So just say the State Farm jingle. A State Farm agent can go over all your options with you and help choose coverage that meets your needs. Dude, cow, could you move?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Good things come in 3s, like our Eat, Drink, and Play combo for just $19.99. Maybe the saying should be good things come in 19.99s. Maybe not. The Dave & Buster's Eat, Drink, and Play combo for just $19.99.
We got a good one here through 4 innings. Now in the top of the 5th as Austin Turley's back out there for his 2nd inning, as we have some defensive changes for Paul Noce in the A's defense. Matthew Ward is now behind the plate, catching the balls and strikes for Turley, and Daisuke Fukuda is at short, replacing Jorge Cologne, who just hit in the bottom half of the fourth. Now in the top of the fifth, though, as Nathaniel Lai will lead it off for the Blue Sox, trying to extend their one-run lead. It'll be Lai, Garcia, and then the top of the lineup in Nico Diaz. First pitch to Lai is low for ball one. Nathaniel Lai struck out twice so far. That one skied into center field. I guess the infield. Fukuda, the new defensive substitution's under it, and he'll make the grab for out number one.
Yeah, Nathaniel Lai very much got under that one, hit it a mile into the air. Plenty of time for the collection of infielders to get under it, and Fukuda made the call.
Bit hard to see where it goes in the air. A bit of a rolling cloud out in the sky at the moment. Still a beautiful day here in Palm Springs, though, on this February 16th Championship Sunday. First pitch to Vince Garcia is in there for strike one.
Yeah, we really can't beat the view that we have either. You have the mountains in the background behind the palm trees over the fence. Great sight lines here at Palm Springs Stadium.
Every seat's a good one here as the 0-1 is popped up foul. Jackson about to run under it, and he will run out of room as that one goes out. And it's 0-2.
Yeah, Busting is on his horse to try to get over there. Busting over, lost his hat in the process as it tailed out of play. He went as far as he could.
So an 0-2 now to Vince Garcia. As one batter, one out. Nathaniel Lai popped out to short. And now the 0-2. That one's popped into shallow center field, and that'll be caught on the run from Matthew Warren. So the second out is Vince Garcia flies out to left. And now to the top of the lineup in Nico Diaz, his first time facing off against Turley in this game.
0 for 3 so far on the day, but he's worked a couple of deep counts against Chet Robinson. Did reach on the error in the first and came around to score.
One of the few offensive guys that has really upped the pitch count here so far in this one. Paul Torelli back up and warming in the A's bullpen. First pitch is in down the middle for strike one. Nico Diaz, as you said, 0 for 3, reached on an error in the first and then flew out twice in the second and third. Fourth at bat now as that one's through into right field, and Nico Diaz has his first hit of the game. Nice little piece of hitting from Diaz as it gets in between King and Simon into right field, and now with two outs, there's a runner on first.
Yeah, he just got a pitch that he could pull, and as the lefty, he just pulled it hard on the ground between the two infielders and into right field.
Kevin Gameros is now up for his fourth at-bat. He's singled twice and has scored twice. Third at-bat, he reached on an error. So that one's fouled off himself for strike one. So Gameros now has 16 hits on the season. Was stealing second until Turley got called for a balk. And that was when we saw Paul Nochi as mad as ever we've seen him this season. Ends up scoring on the two-run homer by Parker DePasquale, and that's the difference in this one. 5-4, Blue Sox lead it. As Gameros back into the box, facing the 0-1 against Turley. Popped up again, that one into center field. As Juan Francis is under it, makes the grab, and a nice fifth inning for Turley. Another 0 on the board as we head to the bottom of the fifth. 5-4. The Blue Sox lead it.
How do you define adventure? Riding the world's largest rotating tram car? Taking in SoCal's awe-inspiring views? Exploring over 50 miles of pristine wilderness? Enjoying casual or fine dining at 8,500 feet? Discovering our history? Experiencing our scenic trails? Getting that perfect souvenir? Whatever your adventure, you'll find it at the Palm Springs Aerial Tramway. Adventure at its peak. Begin your adventure at pstramway.com.
family setting. You know, we come and we get into conversation, and it's comfortable here is what I guess I'll say. It's comfortable.
The hot cocoa has whipped cream and sprinkles in the whipped cream in the hot cocoa.
Very family oriented. You know, they cater to the kids. They got the coloring books and crayons, and they have kid-sized stuff about almost for everything that you would want. So young and old, everybody can enjoy it.
It's the best.
Made from scratch memories. Elmer's.
Bottom of the 5th. We are halfway home here in this 9-inning matchup in the championship game. As Noah Cole still out there. Pitch count is a little high, but he's been rolling, only giving up 1 run in the past 3 innings of work for him. 5-4 the Blue Sox lead, and here's how he got here. Kevin Gameros singled in Nico Diaz. He ends up scoring on an E6. Alan Goodwin, he hit that one. The A's in the bottom half, though. An RBI triple for Stan King, scoring Juan Francis. He scores on a Matthew Warren single. And then the Deontay Jackson double brings in the 3rd run, makes it 3-2. Blue Sox would tie it back up at 3 on a walk with the bases loaded for Alan Goodwin. And then the bottom of the 3rd, the A's would take the lead on a RBI double from Matthew Warren. But in the top half of the 4th, Parker DePasquale hits a 2-run home run over in left field, just over the Dragon Lily Boba Bar sign out in left field. No one has scored since, and we're here in the bottom of the 5th. 5-4 the Blue Sox lead as Noah Cole will try to keep that lead at 1.
Yeah, I've been really impressed by Noah Cole so far in this game. By far his longest outing. He had 2 2/3 innings total in his 2 appearances prior to today. Already now working on his 5th inning.
The dangerous 2-3-4 hitters are leading off in this bottom of the 5th for the Canada A's. Dane Simon, Sam Ruda, Stan King, Matthew Warren, the top 4. As the 3rd time around for Noah Cole. Looks to be a challenging one here against the A's offense. First pitch to Simon is a breaking ball in the zone for strike 1. Simon has struck out in the 1st. Singled in the 3rd, came around to score, as we said, on that Matthew Warren double. Scored the 4th run as that one's blooped to 2nd, and Tommy Easley will make the easy running grab for the 1st out.
Always nice when you can get the leadoff guy, especially when he has the speed of Dane Simon. Keep him off the bases.
Sam Ruda is now up. He's actually 0 for 2. As you said, he's been slumping as of recent, but trying to get a big hit here, down 1. Flew out to right field in his first at-bat, grounded to first in the 3rd. Takes strike 1 here in the 5th.
One of the most dangerous hitters in the league. One of the most successful hitters all season long without a hit in his last 3.
Outside gets past Goodwin, and it's ball 1.
Ruda holds multiple offensive records for Army West Point, the Black Knights.
1-1. Fouled back to the screen. It's 1-2.
Even when he's not reaching base, though, he always takes a nice hack, good at-bats, and typically does hit the ball hard, even when he gets retired.
1-2 in the dirt. Nice pick from Goodwin, and it's 2-2. We've been talking about how Sam Ruda is struggling, hasn't gone on his last 3 games, but the fact he's still hitting at a .378 really shows how dominant he was in the first half of this season. 2-2. That's a bloop into right field, a base hit. Sam Ruda's on with his first hit of the game, and 1 on with 1 out for Stan King.
Yeah, it was just a matter of time before he got back with a hit on the board for him, got himself a knock. He's just too good of a hitter to go too long without one. Again, he reached base safely in his first 14 games this season.
Make that the 18th hit for Sam Ruda this season, as Stan King, who already has an RBI triple under his belt today, swings and misses at strike one. That triple plus the ground out to second in the third makes him 1 for 2. Just outside on the fastball. It's 1-1.
Yeah, that triple gives Stan King now 7 extra base hits on the year. Has a home run and 5 doubles to his name as well.
1-1 in the dirt, and it's 2-1. Sam Ruda on first. Does not have a stolen base. Something he doesn't usually do is steal. Hasn't even attempted one yet. Doesn't take a big lead. That one's driven into deep right field. That's way back, and it's hooking foul.
Yeah, that certainly had the distance.
Very nice piece of hitting from Stan King. Just barely hooks foul. No wind here, but just the curve on the ball put it over the fence, just on the wrong side of the fence, as it's 2-2 now.
It's only 350 to the foul pole in either corner. He hit that ball 378 feet.
In the zone for strike 3. Stan King goes down looking, and there's 2 outs. The 6th K of the day for Noah Cole.
Second time he's caught someone standing there as well.
Saw Jed Downham do something similar. Didn't seem like he agreed with the call, but Matthew Warren will stand in and take strike 1. Pitch 94 is hit into left field, and that's hooking foul. Another one that just misses off to the left, and it's 0-2.
There's a good chance that Sam Ruda would have been able to score on that play if it landed fair, so lucky for the Blue Sox it went foul. 2 outs. Ruda was running on contact.
Yeah, he was halfway to third when that ball dropped. Would have easily been waved in by Paul Noce over there at third. Could be the last inning of work here for Noah Cole, as this is pitch 93. As it's in the dirt, it's 2-2.
Well, with this being a 9-inning game, you have to go a full 5 as the starter to qualify for the win. Cole trying to set himself up for that.
Outside. And it's 2-2. Sam Ruda stands on first. Doesn't have a big lead off of first, which is why he doesn't really tend to steal too much, let alone at all. Covered on first by Vince Garcia. Inside. Warren has to back out of the way of it, and it's a full count. And now Ruda will be forced to run 3-2 with 2 outs. Get a little head start here. (5-4) Blue Sox. 3-2. That one's into right center field. That's going to be down for a base hit. Sam Ruda's heading to third. Nochi's rounding him. Here's the throw to the plate. It is not in time. Matthew Warren ties the game up at 5. Sam Ruda comes all the way around from first. And we are tied at 5 in the championship game.
Yeah, it looked like Gamaros was a little surprised that they were sending Sam Ruda from third base. He looked home and kind of double clutched. I don't know if he just wasn't expecting the runner or if he had trouble getting the ball out of his glove before the relay to the plate, but that hesitation was enough for Sam Ruda to come in.
Jimmy Johnson comes out, talked to his pitcher, calling the infield back, as it will just be him, Goodwin, and Noah Cole. Angus State coming in from third. Vince Garcia walking in from first. Seems like JJ really wants him to get out of this inning. But Matthew Warren ties up the game. Sam Ruda running on contact, already getting that head start. Able to score relatively easily. sliding into home and tying this game up at 5 here in the bottom of the 5th. So we have a really close one so far.
Yeah, Deontay Jackson swung well so far today. He seems to be seeing the ball extremely well. 1 for 2, a double, and he flew out to center, but he hit it hard.
Jackson has a double and flew out to center in his second at-bat, up here for his third here in the 5th. Man on second with 2 outs. Big Hack fouls that one back out of play. It's 0-1. Matthew Warren very speedy on second. Anything into the outfield will drop in for a hit. Will most likely score him relatively easily. That one's also fouled back right above us, and it's 0-2. 5-5 in the bottom of the 5th. 2 outs as the Matthew Warren single scores Sam Ruda, and he advances to second on the throw. And now the 0-2. Hits him in the ribs. And Deontay Jackson will take first base. Seems like every time Deontay Jackson gets hit, he seems very happy about it.
He's just happy to be out here playing the game and happy to get on base.
Just a very happy individual, Deontay is, and he's now on for the second time. Grayson Moeller will stand in now.
I don't think I've ever seen him without a big smile on his face, as that's now the 4th time he's been hit this year.
Very selfless from Jackson as he gets hit, immediately claps to the dugout like, let's go. We got this, next man up. And the next man up, Grayson Moeller, swings through that one for strike 1. Noah Cole trying to get out of this inning with just the 1 run. Grayson Moeller has struck out twice in 2 at-bats so far today. The 0-1. Another swing and a miss. A nasty breaking ball gets him, and it's 0-2.
Well, he's had Moeller guessing on the first 2 pitches. A couple of half-hearted swings, really, out of the designated hitter.
0-2. Swing and a miss. A great breaking ball fools him again. And we are heading to the 6th. The Matthew Warren single driving in Sam Ruda ties the game up at 5.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in-app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
Everyone knows good things come in 3s, like our Eat, Drink, and Play combo for just $19.99. Maybe the saying should be good things come in 19.99s. Maybe not. The Dave & Buster's Eat, Drink, and Play combo for just $19.99.
For 20 years, our family's mission has been simple. It all starts at Stuffed, where exceptional service meets bold flavors. Every crust, a masterpiece. Cocktails crafted to perfection in an atmosphere that brings family and friends together. Stuffed pizza, dine-in or takeout. Savor and enjoy at our 2 locations. Quality, service, family legacy, it all starts at Stuffed.
Well, it's the top of the 6th, and oh boy, do we have a good one here. Tied at 5 after the Matthew Warren single tied the game in the bottom of the 5th. A new guy's looking to get the job done for the A's and their defense here in the 6th. It's Paul Torelli. Torelli has a 9.44 ERA and 13.1 innings pitched. Only given up 8 hits, but 18 earned runs. The main catalyst is the walks. 23 walks, 24 strikeouts. So we're going to see a lot of interesting pitches from Paul Torelli here as He has pitched 3 innings against the Blue Sox this season. Didn't give up a hit, 1 earned run, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts. So he's actually been doing good against the Blue Sox, just has to focus on not walking and giving up those free bags.
Yeah, he'll try to hold the line here in a tie ball game. Coming in for Austin Turley, who went 2 innings, allowed 2 runs on the 2-run homer by Parker DePasquale. 3 hits, 1 walk, no strikeouts.
Tommy Easley stands first as he'll take one in the dirt. A nice pick from Matthew Ward. And it's 1-0. So Noah Cole, 5 innings of work through over 100 pitches. That one's in the dirt again for ball 2.
Yeah, that'll likely be the end of the day for Noah Cole, but a great start in the championship game to go 5 strong.
That one's grounded down the third base line, foul, and it's 2-1.
I know he gave up the 5 runs, but against this offense for the A's, that's not that bad, especially when your offense matched it run for run.
5 runs, only 2 of them earned, though, as he gives up 7 hits on the day. We'll have to see who comes in next. We saw Michael Slayton warming in that bullpen last inning. Inside, it's 3-1 to Easley. Easley 0 for 2. He walked, grounded out to short, and flew out to center in his last at-bat versus Turley. Now against Torelli, 3-1 here. Torelli kicks and deals. In the dirt, it's ball 4. So the 24th walk of the season for Paul Torelli, and that's not what you want to see if you're the Canada A's.
No, we've already seen miscues, leadoff men getting on base, whether it's an error or a walk for both teams, end up coming around to score.
Parker DePasquale is up for his 4th at-bat, hit a massive 2-run home run in his last at-bat to put the Blue Sox on top 5-4. Now 5-5 here in the 6th as he's looking to give them the lead back. Here's the first pitch from Torelli. In the zone for strike 1. Easley on first, has no stolen bases, has been caught once. So not too big on the base paths as Easley, as he has a short lead off of first, held on by King. That one's grounded to short. Fukuda tosses it to second for 1. No throw on to first, though, as they get the lead runner. But Parker DePasquale is now on first after the fielder's choice.
I was about to say DePasquale is a fan of the 3 true outcomes. He had those in his first 3 at-bats. Strikeout, a walk, and then a home run before he hit that ball on the ground.
The Adam Dunn of our time, one would say. Alan Goodwin has reached in all 3 of his at-bats, but is 0 for 1 as he reached on an error and walked twice. Now with a runner on first and 1 out, swing and a miss, a big hack from Goodwin, and it's 0-1. DePasquale, not a big base stealer either. Nobody really is except for Gameros and Diaz on this roster. Does have a stolen base, though. There he goes. That one's fouled back to the screen, and it's 0-2.
Torelli's just going right after Alan Goodwin in this at-bat, firing in the fastball and challenging him.
Angus State on deck, Funada after him. But for now, Alan Goodwin now down 0-2 with 1 run here in the top of the 6th, tied at 5 in the championship game. As Torelli has his sign. He kicks and fires. Breaking ball high, and it's 1-2. Very interesting pitching motion Torelli has. Bit short, a bit stiff. This throw with relative speed, though, the fastest pitcher the Blue Sox have seen, as that's a breaking ball. Fouled off. Looks like it hit Ward in a bad area, so he'll need a second to contain himself.
Yeah, Goodwin just stayed alive on that one, just got a piece.
As we are just about to hit the 2-hour mark on this game. 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Started at 12. Now in top of the 6th inning. 1 out and the 1-2 to Alan Goodwin. Throw back to first is a bit high as DePasquale is back in safely.
DePasquale, not too much of a stolen base threat. He stole one. He was perfect, 1 for 1 on the season so far.
One, two, once again. DePasquale on first. In the dirt, gets past Ward. DePasquale goes to second. No throw as Matthew Ward looks to have maybe gotten some dirt in his eye after falling over. Oh. Matthew Ward is down on the floor. Looks like he fell over.
Yeah, definitely concern out there for the catcher. We said a couple pitches ago that he took one with no padding, and that may still be affecting him.
Took a pretty hard fall after bobbling that one as DePasquale takes second. Counted as a stolen base as he was already going. But now everybody focusing on Matthew Ward behind the plate.
It's a big concern right now, not just for the lineup, but just for the health of Matthew Ward coming out of this league.
Trainer's looking on at him. Looks like he's going to need some water. Could have been a little bit of dehydration from Ward as it looked like he got up and stumbled a little bit before falling over. And that's when all the concerns started flowing throughout the stadium as he's going to get up. Got a nice ovation from the audience as he looks to be standing in okay, which is a very good sign.
Yeah, it's always a concern when you see someone hit the deck like that after a play. So good to see him back up, talking to his teammates, and I think he's going to stay in this ball game.
So a little bit of a scare, but Matthew Ward is back up and ready to go behind the dish as Alan Goodwin gives him a second to get ready to go. It looks like Paul Torelli is going to take a couple of warm-up pitches to see if his catcher's ready to go to finish up this at-bat as we're in a 5-5 game here, top of the 6th, as DePasquale, after the fielder's choice, stole second on that bobbled play. Alan Goodwin stands back into the batter's box, 2-2, with 1 out. So after a little delay, Ward is back in the game, and we are back ready to go here. 2-2 to Alan Goodwin. Swing and a miss. And Ward fires his pitcher up as Alan Goodwin goes down swinging.
Yeah, good pitch. May have been a slider moving away from the right-handed hitter. And got the chase.
Angus State up for his 4th at-bat. He's been hit by a pitch twice and popped out to Dane Simon at second in the 2nd inning. Now up with a man in scoring position in 2 outs. Looking to break the tie. Torelli's first pitch, that's grounded. Nice sliding grab for Vakuda at short. Throw on to first. He got him! A great play at short by the defensive sub, Daisuke Fukuda. And we'll head to the bottom of the 6th, still tied at 5.
Quality first. It's quite a philosophy to live by. But world-class ingredients are the foundation of great meals. And we wouldn't have it any other way. At Kaiser Grill in downtown Palm Springs, we believe you deserve the best. So whether it's dinner for 2 or a celebration with 200 friends, quality is our promise to you. Because quality is king. Quality is Kaiser.
Bottom of the 6th, and after a relatively eventful top half, a 0 is put on the board for Paul Torelli and the Canada A's as they'll look to break the tie. We are tied at 5 here, bottom of the 6th, and finally a new pitcher for the Blue Sox. It's Michael Slayton. He has a 4.84 ERA and 8.2 innings pitched. He's given up 7 hits, 9 runs, 6 earned, walked 5, and struck out 9 in his short, limited appearances as he was a Session 2 guy.
Yeah, and he comes on for Noah Cole, who kept his team in it. It's a tie ball game. 5 strong innings, allowed 2 earned runs, 5 runs total on 7 hits, 7 strikeouts against no walks.
Only 3 appearances for Slayton, but 2 of them coming against the A's. He gave up 5 of those hits, only 2 of the earned, and 6 of those strikeouts against the Canada A's, as he is a very fast fastball at around 90-91, one of the fastest we see in the league. He'll be facing off against Daisuke Fukuda, who just made that really nice sliding grab at short, able to make the throw onto first to barely get Angus State out at first. It'll be Fukuda and then Matthew Ward before the top of the lineup in Juan Francis here in the bottom of the 6th. First pitch breaking ball has to spin out of the way is Daisuke, and he'll take ball 1.
Yeah, and there's a reason why I entered this game defensively, to make those plays like he did to end the top half.
Swing and a miss, and it's 1-1. Evan Patoka alongside Brandon Januska here in this championship Sunday. Nice fastball at 93 in the zone. It's 1-2.
The defense for Fukuda definitely ahead of the bat this season, but he's a patient hitter. He's drawn his share of walks. 4 of them, also was hit 3 times.
Breaking ball outside. It's 2-2. Daisuke batting .219, 7 for 32, has scored 8 times, driven in 5, walked 4, and has been hit by a pitch 3 times, as that's a swing and a miss for strike 3. And a good start for Michael Slayton in his outing.
Yeah, he went off speed to get the strikeout of Fukuda.
Another ovation for Ward, as saw a fairly scary incident from him as he, after bobbling a pitch in the dirt from Paul Torelli, was stumbling, fell over, and seemed like he needed some water as the makeshift first base coach Chet Robinson ran over to grab him some. Seems to be fine now as he takes a curveball in the zone for strike 1.
And he's a great bat to keep in this lineup. 308 hitter. He reaches 44% of the time.
That one's into center field. Nico Diaz under it. He dives and he can't get it. A nice base hit for Matthew Ward. And he's got his first hit of the game. A man on with 1 out for the top of the lineup in Juan Francis.
Just a nice swing of the bat from Matthew Ward, and a nice effort there by Nico Diaz. Unable to get it on the diving attempt, but just a great job of not letting it get past you. He was able to glove it off 1 hop and keep it in front of him to hold it to just a single.
Juan Francis, the switch hitter, having his 4th at-bat from the left side. Has only faced righties today, and no different with Slayton. First pitch, breaking ball outside for ball 1. Francis has flown out to center twice, reached on an error in the first, and scored. First run for the A's to make it a 2-1 game. Now tied up at 5 here in the 6th. So that one skips past Alan Goodwin. Matthew Ward will take second. Takes a big turnaround second, but no go to third. As that went way past Goodwin, all the way up to about a quarter way up the screen. Matthew Ward could have walked a second.
Yeah, and Goodwin couldn't find it initially, which is the reason for the big turnaround second. Ward thought about going to third if it took a little longer for Goodwin to locate.
So the wild pitch brings Ward into scoring position with 1 out. Juan Francis now up in a hitter's count, 2-0 against Michael Slayton. Breaking ball in there for strike one.
Slayton so far doing a nice job of getting that big swooping curveball into the zone.
The 2-1. Ward dances off second. Swing and a miss. And it's 2-2.
See if he tries to speed him up here and just blow a high fastball by.
Francis, contact hitter. All three outfielders up a little bit. Gameros and Easley back near the outfield grass. Gameros closer to second, covering Ward. Swing and a miss on another breaking ball. Could be a drop third, so throw to first for the out as Matthew Ward, some heads up base running. He'll take third.
Just quality base running right there. You take advantage of the drop third, make them throw it down to first, and get the extra 90 feet.
Ward 90 feet away from giving the A's a 6-5 lead as Dane Simon will look to bring him in. As Gameros has shifted a little bit over towards the 5-5 hole, leaving a big gap between Easley and Gameros in center if it gets past Slayton. Another curveball's in there for strike one.
That really seems to be his put-over pitch, that sweeping curveball.
So Ward, the single, gets the second on the wild pitch, and the drop third brings him to third. That one's a fly ball into right field. Funada back under it, and he will make the grab for out number 3. We will head to the 7th, still tied at 5.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
We are through 6, still tied at 5 here as Paul Nochi brings in another new pitcher after a scoreless frame from Paul Torelli. Tyler Fogue is going to stand in and pitch behind the dish. Matthew Ward still there after getting a leadoff single in the bottom of the 6th. Doesn't end up scoring as he made it to third, but fly out from Dane Simon ended the jam.
Tyler Fogue, typically an outfielder for the A's. He did pitch a couple of times on the mound, 2 games, 3 innings total, 2.33 ERA. He even had a win to his name, a 1-0 record in those 3 innings. 1 strikeout, 2 walks, and 3 hits allowed.
Well, it'll be the 7, 8, 9 hitters Fogue will have to take on here. Funada, Lai, and Vince Garcia before the top of the lineup in Diaz.
And that 1 win for Tyler Fogue actually came against these Blue Sox on February 10th. 2 innings, allowed 2 hits, no runs, with a strikeout.
So that and the walk-off against the Blue Sox on the 5th means that Fogue is a scary sight for these Blue Sox as that one's up and in to Funada for ball 1.
Yeah, he might just be the A's secret weapon.
1-0. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-1.
Especially you get late into the season, a game like this, we said pitching is going to be really the big factor in this game, especially playing a full 9 innings.
1-1. High, and it's ball 2.
Wouldn't be surprised if we see some other position players come in at some point as well. A lot of quality two-way guys in this league.
2-1. High for ball 3. Funada has a double, a strikeout, and he grounded out into a 5-4-3 double play to end the 4th. Now up for his 4th at-bat in the 7th. 3-1. Fouled back to the screen, and it's full. Such a big hack from Funada that he drops to a knee. It looks like Kyle Bell is warming up in the A's bullpen right now. Newcomer, usually playing on the power, but was also on the chill in yesterday's game versus the A's.
Yeah, that'd be an interesting situation if he comes in. You just faced this team yesterday. Now you'll be pitching for them to try to win the championship.
Inside, and it's ball 4. Funada will do his walk around as he will take first with the leadoff walk. Nathaniel Lai standing in.
Yeah, that's something Funada has done regularly this season. That is the 9th time he's walked this year.
Newcomer Nathaniel Lai, usually on the Palm Springs Power, has been moved to the Blue Sox as a Session 2 guy. He's looking to get some more ABs in this league. Funada on first. The first pitch is grounded foul into the A's dugout, and it's 0-1.
Lai, a couple of strikeouts today. One swinging, one looking against the starter Chet Robinson, and they hit a mile-high pop-up to short his last time against Austin Turley.
0-1 outside. Didn't get the frame call board as it's 1-1. Five score. We're tied here in the top of the 7th as Funada runs. Called a ball. Throw to second is not in time. A nice stolen base for Shuya Funada. And he is in scoring position with nobody out.
Well, he didn't run often during the season. He was 1 for 1. Now he's 2 for 2 and gets himself in scoring position.
Lay looking to break the tie as he swings and misses, and it's 2-2. Vince Garcia on deck, and then it's the top of the lineup for the 5th time. The 2-2. Fouled back. He got a piece of it, and we'll do it again at 2-2. Another 2-2. Funada not too far of a lead off of second. Gets a little bit more as Fogue steps off the bag. And Funada has to go back to second. Simon converging on second a little bit. Same with Fukuda at short. As Fogue looks back but throws outside, and it's another full count.
Nathaniel Lai, not a guy who usually works deep counts.
Lai does not have a walk yet this season. Swings the bat a lot. 3-2. Right at Ruda, throw to second, and he's back in safely. That was real close, as that one was 96 off the bat right at Sam Ruda, as Dane Simon tries to dive and tag the bag before Funada gets back. Just misses, and he stays on second still with one out, though.
Yeah, Funada was halfway between second and third, had to hustle to get back, but of course with the second baseman Simon playing in his traditional spot, he was about halfway between first and second and had a long way to go himself.
One out now with Funada still on second as Vince Garcia takes a high fastball for ball one. Garcia hit by a pitch, struck out, and flew out to left field in his last at-bat. That one's in the zone for strike one. Championship game here on February 16th, 2025. The 1-1 is swung on and missed. 1-2, tied at 5 here in the top of the 7th. And it is 1-2 here to Vince Garcia. Nico Diaz, the top of the lineup, on deck. Swing and a miss. A nice strikeout for Fogue. And after the leadoff walk, there are now 2 outs. Fogue one batter away from getting out of this one and keeping it tied at 5. Has to go through the leadoff man, Nico Diaz, who singled in his last at-bat.
Yeah, one of the tougher guys to get out in this Blue Sox lineup.
Fogue has his sign, looks back to Funada at second, getting covered. That one's outside for ball one. Next one in about the same spot, also called a ball. It's 2-0. Nico Diaz is 1 for 4. That one is in the zone on the outside edge, and it's 2-1.
Yeah, important to get that 2-0 pitch in the zone against Diaz. You don't want to fall behind 3-0, and you have a dangerous hitter on deck as well in Gameros.
Swing and a miss, and it's 2-2. 14 walks for Nico Diaz this season. He's only struck out 3 times. 2-2. Fouled back. We'll do it again. It's looking to be another long AB for Nico Diaz. His first at-bat was a full count. His second at-bat flew out to right field on the second pitch. His third at-bat took 7 pitches, and his fourth at-bat he singled on the second pitch. So sensing a pattern here. 2-2. Fouled again, and it's still 2-2. Fighting off pitches again is Diaz.
And a couple of them the other way to the left side.
The 2-2. 2 outs. 5-5 here in the top of the 7th. As Tyler Fogue steps off. A little bit of a miscommunication between him and Ward. They're ready to go at it again here, 2-2. Funada on second. Leadoff walk, stole second base. 2-2 outside, and it's another full count worked for Nico Diaz. As Murrieta, California native, not too far away from here. 3-2. Popped up into right field. And that's going to drop in for a base hit. Rounding third and scoring is Funada. Nico Diaz gives the Blue Sox a 6-5 lead in the 7th.
Looked like Jackson may have misread that ball off the bat initially. Started back, and it ended up landing in front of him. Just floated that ball into right field. Funada running on contact, scores easily.
Nico Diaz breaks the tie, and the Blue Sox have their lead back. It's 6-5 here in the 7th. Kevin Gameros now up with Diaz on first. Still 2 outs here against Tyler Fogue, who has now thrown 3 full counts to batters this inning. Kevin Gameros now up as Dane Simon's back in the outfield grass. Outside for ball one. Diaz 4 for 5 on stolen base attempts. That one is in the zone, and it's 1-1.
And with 2 outs and a good hitter in Gameros, it wouldn't surprise me if Diaz tries to get himself in scoring position. Gameros, a guy likely to get a knock.
Easily on deck. Gameros, the 1-1. Outside, it's 2-1. So a back-and-forth battle. We've had multiple lead changes so far in this one, including the at-bat from Nico Diaz, the bloop single scoring Shuya Funada, making it a 6-5 Blue Sox lead as the throw back to first. Very slowly, Diaz is back in safely.
Yeah, Diaz made a bluff move starting toward second base and then easily jogs on back.
So Tyler Fogg ready to throw his 2-1 pitch as Gameros walks into the batter's box. Everyone's ready to go here. 2-1. That one's blooped into left field, but that one just is high enough. Warren makes the grab, and that's the third out. 1 run comes in on the Nico Diaz single, and for the first time in the CWL season, it's time to stretch here from historic Palm Springs Stadium.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Sweet Caroline playing around Palm Springs Stadium. As the championship game heads to the bottom of the 7th, the Blue Sox have taken a 6-5 lead on a Nico Diaz RBI single that scored Shuya Funada. And now it's Michael Slayton back out for another inning. Had a very solid bottom of the 6th. Struck out 2 and got Dane Simon to fly out to right field for a scoreless inning as he is ready to go again, warming up. Will he be taking on Sam Ruda, Stan King, and Matthew Warren, the 3-4-5 hitters in the A's lineup, and a very dangerous bunch.
Yeah, Slayton did a nice job in the 6th inning, working around the 1-out single by Matthew Ward. Ended up stranding him at third base. Now, the most dangerous heart of any lineup, really, in the California Winter League.
Sam Ruda up first. He singled in his last at-bat. Came around to score on the RBI single from Matthew Warren to tie the game up at 5 back in the 5th inning. But now a 6-5 Blue Sox lead as the first pitch to Ruda is grounded to second easily. He's got it, makes the quick throw over to first, and it's a 1-pitch, 1-out for Michael Slayton in the bottom of the 7th.
Well, you can't ask for it any better than that if you're Michael Slayton. Get out one of the most dangerous hitters on one pitch.
Stan King stands in. He hit an RBI triple in the 1st, grounded out to second in the 3rd, struck out looking in the 5th. Now up for his 4th at-bat, his first at-bat versus Michael Slayton. First pitch, breaking ball outside for ball 1. So Tyler Fogg, 29 pitches in that 7th inning, top half. That one misses outside again. It's 2-0.
Yeah, the walk ended up coming back to bite him to Funada. RBI single by Diaz was not hit hard, falling into right.
Second single by Diaz as that one swung on and missed by King, and it's 2-1.
We've seen that so far today. Walks, errors, hit by pitches. These teams, these offenses have really taken advantage of any leash they've been given.
2-1. That one's blooped into left field, hooking foul. And it'll be 2-2. That one was very, very close. Almost nearing the line, but just hooks to the left out of play, and we'll do it again at 2-2 here. Stan King looking to get on and give them a tie ball game or the lead back here in the 7th. Stan King will take his timeout, step back, get himself ready as it
I think he may have chipped his bat.
Looks like he might need a new piece of lumber. Looking at it after the foul ball, it was a very interesting hit. Some good backspin on the ball. Hooked foul. And King didn't like what he was using, so he's going to get another one. As no one is warming up in either bullpen right now. You see Johansel Gomez out there just kind of standing around. He might get a chance to pitch here if it gets close. The usual closer for the Palm Springs Chill. With the Blue Sox up 1, he could get a chance to close out this championship game depending on how things go here. But now, again with the 2-2 to Stan King. Another breaking ball outside, and it's a full count. The 3-2, 1 out, 6-5. The Blue Sox lead it here in the bottom of the 7th. In the dirt, and it's ball 4. Stan King walks. He'll take his base. And it is the first walk for Michael Slayton today.
So similar to the single for Matthew Ward in the 6th inning, it's a 1-out base runner for the A's.
Matthew Warren will stand in as he is having a really nice game so far today. 3 hits, 3 for 3, an RBI single, an RBI double, and an RBI single. Big part of this offense so far that scored 5 as he takes one in the zone for strike 1. Here's the 0-1. Curveball goes inside. Matthew Warren all the way into the other batter's box as it's 1-1. Usually those curveballs break to the outside corner. That one went way inside, and now it's 1-1 with 1 out. Breaking ball, that one's low, and it's 2-1.
Yeah, it does seem like Slayton's trying to run away from Warren in this at-bat.
All 3 hits from Warren came off of Noah Cole as that one gets behind all the way to the backstop, and Stan King will take second easily. Wild pitch brings the runner to scoring position. That was 90 right behind Matthew Warren.
Yeah, just yanked it. Didn't release it soon enough and pulled it behind the left-handed hitter.
Stan King now on second, the 3-1. Swing and a miss, and it's another full count.
That's a great pitch right there. See if he can replicate it, the breaking ball, downward movement.
Three, 2, 1 out. 6-5, the Blue Sox lead it. Tying run on second in Stan King after the walk and the wild pitch. 3-2. That one's popped up. Under it is Angus State, and he'll make the easy grab for out number 2. Now with 2 outs, it'll be Deontay Jackson to try and score that tying run as he has an RBI double already. Hit that one in the first, and has a hit by pitch he's reached twice so far in this game. Stan King still on second. First pitch to Jackson. Hits the zone for strike one. Here's the 0-1. Outside, and it's 1-1. Easily moving over closer to second. Letting Gameros take his spot at short. A little bit in the 5-5 hole. There's a big gap between Easley and Garcia. First and second out there if Deontay wants to try and get an opposite field single. But Slayton balks, and King will take third.
Yeah, for Easley, typically you want the guy not on the pole side in terms of middle infielders to be the one to cover, but it's a moot point now after the balk by Michael Slayton.
So Stan King with two relatively easy bases after the wild pitch and the balk now is 90 feet away from tying this game up at 6. Deontay Jackson now the 1-1. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2.
Fooled him on that one. A late swing by Deontay Jackson.
One strike away is Slayton from getting out of this one with no runs. One swing away is Jackson from tying this game at 6 in the bottom of the 7th.
Slayton was able to strand a runner at third base, and Matthew Ward in the 6th, trying to replicate that here.
17 runners left on base from both teams here in this game. Score could easily be higher, but now that one's fouled into the mask of Goodwin, and we'll do it again at 1-2.
That pitch was running in on the right-handed hitting Jackson. Fouled it off near the hands.
Staying alive is Deontay Jackson. 1-2, 2 outs. Runner on third in Stan King after the walk, the wild pitch, and the balk. Now the 1-2. Fouled back off, over, above us, and it's another 1-2. Another good job at fighting off pitches. Seen a lot of that from both offenses.
Yeah, Jackson's done a nice job of that. He's not a guy who works a lot of deep at-bats, has not walked all season long. Doing a nice job fouling him off here.
The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Michael Slayton gets out of the jam and keeps the Blue Sox lead at 1. It'll be Brandon Januska taking us the rest of the way as we head to the 8th. 6-5, the Blue Sox lead it on the California Winter League YouTube channel.
Everyone knows good things come in threes, like Dave & Buster's Eat, Drink, and Play combo for just $19.99, including one mouth-watering entree, a refreshing beverage, a $10 power card, and a whole lot of fun, which means you enjoy a delicious meal for under $10. Oh, look, that's 5 good things. Good things come in threes at Dave & Buster's with the Eat, Drink, and Play combo for just $19.99. Buy online or in-store today.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Whenever you find yourself hungry for something real, simple, and true, we're here for you.
That's what a hamburger's all
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
We are on to the 8th inning of this championship game, sponsored by Cindy Piper State Farm. 6-5 Blue Sox on top of the A's. Brandon Januska along with Evan Patoka. As it's the 3-4-5 hitters for the Washington Blue Sox. Easley, DePasquale, and Goodwin up against the new arm on the mound for the A's in Kyle Bell.
Kyle Bell has faced the Blue Sox before. He has 4 innings pitched against them. Has not given up an earned run. Only 1 hit allowed and 1 walk with 3 strikeouts. So he's done good against this Blue Sox offense, and they're going to need him to do even better. It's crunch time here in the championship game.
As his first pitch to Tommy Easley is in there for strike 1. Kyle Bell pitched with the power during the regular season, and then pitched a game with the chill yesterday against the Canada A's. Now he's with the A's, trying to keep the score right where it is. The 0-1's hit on the ground. Past a diving Fukuda at short and into center field. A leadoff single for Tommy Easley in a 6-5 ball game.
Well, Tommy Easley's been finding ways to reach as he's reached 3 times. First base hit he's gotten, but able to work a couple walks and a good leadoff single here, trying to extend that lead.
Parker DePasquale digs in, hit a big 2-run homer back in the 4th. He's also walked, struck out, and hit into a fielder's choice in his 4 previous plate appearances. 1 for 3 officially. As he takes a pitch downstairs, it kicks away from Ward. Down to second goes Easley. As Kyle Bell will race over and pick it up halfway down the third base line.
Big spot here for Parker as he has a runner in scoring position with nobody out. Already has a home run. We've seen he's been able to barrel the ball, trying to get this lead to 2.
Kyle Bell, the right-hander, between the power and chill, 9 games, 1 start, an 0-1 record. He also has 3 saves on the season, 13 2/3 innings, a 7.68 ERA. But it's a lot higher than how he's actually pitched, as a couple of big games against the power, or rather, with the power, a couple of games with the power that really elevated that ERA. Overall, he's been strong as of late, 15 strikeouts against 10 walks, and a scoreless inning against the A's yesterday in his 1 game with the chill. So 1-0 count here after the visit from his catcher Ward. 1-0 count on DePasquale. Look back at second at Easley, and now the pitch home. Swing and a miss on the breaking ball.
A big hack for Parker DePasquale. We have a lot of action in each bullpen. Start off with the Blue Sox as Johansel Gomez and Aui Nakaza are both warming. And on the A's side, the birthday boy Alejandro Izquierdo warming up.
This is lined into right field and down for a base hit. Stopping at third is Easley. Jackson throws it in home. And they're at the corners with nobody out. 6-5 Blue Sox on top in the top of the 8th inning, trying to add some insurance.
And who better than Alan Goodwin, who's already gone on 3 times. 2 walks, but if he can get the big hit here as he did against the Power in their first playoff game, be huge for the Blue Sox.
He's been a great clutch hitter all season long, 11 RBIs to show for it. Easley's at third, DePasquale at first, nobody out. 6-5 Blue Sox, top of the 8th inning, trying to add on. The pitch from Bell, lifted foul off to the right and out of play.
Nice curveball at 75. See if we can go with the heater here against Alan Goodwin. Maybe on that outside edge, as a lot of these pitchers have been trying to hit that outside edge pretty much all game.
Time's called at home plate by Alan Goodwin. Kyle Bell, a New York native, pitched in the Frontier League with Trois-Rivières out in Canada. He's ready for the 0-1. Here it is. Low and away, 1-1. Nicely blocked by Matthew Ward behind the plate to keep Easley at third. 6-5 Blue Sox on top. We're in the top of the 8th inning. They took the lead on a Nico Diaz RBI single in the 7th. That's the difference in this ball game. The 1-1. Inside for ball 2.
Yeah, and the last thing you want to do here if you're Kyle Bell is walk Alan Goodwin. Angus State has been hot as of recent, and with the bases loaded and no outs, anything could get a run in.
The 2-1 pitch. Lined into right field. That's down for a base hit. Easley scores. Stopping at second is Di Pasquale on the RBI single from Alan Goodwin. It's a 7-5 Blue Sox lead.
Nice opposite field hitting from Alan Goodwin, and again, he comes up with the hit when it matters most. Extends that lead to 7, and in a game like this, a 2-run lead may not seem like much, but with the 2 guys in the bullpen, Aui Nicasio, Hansel Gomez, they have been really dominant recently.
Goodwin just punched it the other way to right field in front of Jackson, the right fielder, as they're at first and second, and a pitch misses low and away. Ball 1 to Angus State. Angus State 0 for 2 officially. He's also been hit twice, once by Chet Robinson, the starter, and once by Austin Turley. The 1-0 comes inside for ball 2. Bell is the 5th pitcher of the game for the A's. Chet Robinson pitched the first 3. Austin Turley followed him up with 2 innings, and then 1 each from Paul Torelli and Tyler Fogue. Now it's Kyle Bell, top of the 8th inning, 7-5 Blue Sox. First and second, nobody out, the 2-0. Low and away for ball 3. Shuya Funada's on deck.
Got to hit the strike zone here if you're Kyle Bell. Already a run in, and you don't want to walk the bases loaded with still nobody out in this top of the 8th.
7 runs on 9 hits, 1 error for the Blue Sox. That's the 3-0. Called a strike, it's 3-1. 5 runs on 8 hits, 3 errors for the Canada A's.
There were a lot of errors early in the game, but we haven't had one since the 2nd inning. So good to see these defenses are settling down a little bit as we get later into the game.
3-1. Called a strike at the bottom of the zone, and the count runs full. Yeah, those first 2 innings were wild in terms of the errors and the offense. 3 runs each. 6 total runs in those first 2 innings. There was a tie 3-3 game after the second. Now it's a 7-5 Blue Sox lead. First and second, the payoff pitch from Bell. Lifted in the air, off to the right and out of play.
And that's just one of the many full counts we're getting in this game. And a lot of fouling off pitches. We just said a lot of fighting for both offenses, and that's the reason why it's such a high-scoring affair so far.
These hitters locked in, knowing that it all ends here. Last game of the California Winter League season as this is popped up and back out of play, and the count remains full. Trying to go out on a high note. Angus State takes his time before digging back into the right-handed batter's box. Di Pasquale, the runner at second. Goodwin's at first after an RBI single. Scored Tommy Easley. Nobody out in the inning. And a 3-2 pitch coming to Angus State. Righty to righty, the pitch from Bell. Swing and a miss. And that's the first out.
That was a great battle, and a battle that Bell really had to win, and he does. Able to get some comfortability here. He has given up the 1 run already, but second and first with 1 out could easily get a double play and get you out of this.
Brings up Shuya Funada, 1 for 3 rather. Strikeout, grounded into a 5-4-3 double play. He doubled back in the third, down the third base line. He takes a first pitch strike. Bluff move from Ward down to first. Chases the runners back. First and second, one out. 7-5 Blue Sox lead. Fernando also walked in the seventh and scored the go-ahead run on the RBI single by Nico Diaz last inning. The 0-1 from Bell. Down low for ball one.
That one seemed to have had Funada fooled a little bit as he kind of backs up a little bit. Does a little half swing. No, nothing really close to a swing, but he did look quite confused on that pitch. Able to hold it back, though.
The 1-1. Breaking ball comes into the zone this time. It's 1-2. Another one that had Funada lifting his hands up, thinking it would be inside, but it came back over. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, runners at first and second. 7-5 Blue Sox, top of the 8th inning. Bell sets and fires. Called strike 3. 2 outs, and it brings up Nathaniel Lai.
Yeah, and that slider is really on for Kyle Bell. Might have to keep doing that against Nathaniel Lai, who I'd say he's the best at hitting the off speed.
Lai's 0 for 4 on the day. He hit it hard his last time, right at the third baseman, Ruda. So he takes the first pitch just outside for ball one. Couple of strikeouts against Chet Robinson, one swinging, one looking. He popped up to short, and again lined out to Ruda. First and second, 2 outs. The 1-0. Outside for ball 2.
Try to go with that slider again, and just a little too outside is Daniel Lai's being a little bit more patient than we've seen him usually.
First game with the Washington Blue Sox. Primarily was a member of the Palm Springs Power. The 2-0. Swing and a miss, 2-1.
There's another one of those big hacks. This team takes really big hacks, including him, Garcia, Donahue, who we haven't seen yet today, but there's a lot of big swings, but when they connect.
A 2-1 pitch coming to the former Canada A, Nathaniel Lai. This is low and away for ball 3. He was with them during the 2024 California Winter League season.
One of the many returners, including Vince Garcia, who's on deck. He was part of the Blue Sox and Jimmy Johnson's squad back in 2023.
Kyle Bell comes set. Runners at first and second, the 3-1. That's cranked into left field and down for a base hit. Warren ranges over toward the foul line, gets it, throws on home, but not in time. Coming in to score is Parker DePasquale. On the RBI single, it's an 8-5 Blue Sox lead.
Well, it's good to see Nathaniel Lai get a hold of one. He didn't hit it too hard at around 87, but able to get bat to ball, and that's what happens. An RBI single, and now an 8-5 lead, as it's getting a little bit more comfortable for the Blue Sox.
Yeah, just the third hit of the season for Nathaniel Lai. Gets a big one here. You can use all the insurance you can get if you're the Blue Sox, as we've seen the A's come back from worse. Still 6 outs to work with. As the first pitch comes inside and hits Vince Garcia. He was hit by a pitch his first time up by Chet Robinson. Now he gets hit here in the 8th by Kyle Bell. And that'll load the bases with 2 outs for the leadoff man, Nico Diaz.
Nico made it a 6-5 game in the last inning, now up again here in the 8th. With the bases loaded and a 3-run lead, just looking to get more insurance. Paul Noce looks to be done with Kyle Bell, at least for today.
Yeah, we're going to get a pitching change here for the Canada A's. Kyle Bell got hit around a little bit with 4 singles in the inning and 3 runs coming across. Or the 2 runs coming across for the Blue Sox. They lead by 3. It's an 8-5 ball game with 2 outs in the top of the 8th. We'll step aside as the new arm comes on for the Canada A's on your California Winter League YouTube channel.
Across the Coachella Valley, you'll find our communities powered by short-term rentals. These rentals bring visitors and dollars to the region. Whether attending events, checking out the art scene, or dining at restaurants, when they spend money, we all score. The nearly $1 billion impact of short-term vacation rentals generates tax revenues that fund police, firefighters, education, and many other programs that improve our daily lives. To learn why short-term rentals are a grand slam for the home team, visit onecv.org.
Family setting, you know, we come and we get into conversation, and it's comfortable here is what I guess I'll say. It's comfortable.
The hot cocoa has whipped cream and sprinkles in the whipped cream in the hot cocoa.
Very family oriented. You know, they cater to the kids. They got the coloring books and crayons, and they have kid-sized stuff about almost for everything that you would want. So young and old, everybody can enjoy it.
It's the best.
Made from scratch memories. Elmer's.
How do you define adventure? Riding the world's largest rotating tram car? Taking in SoCal's awe-inspiring views? Exploring over 50 miles of pristine wilderness? Enjoying casual or fine dining at 8,500 feet? Discovering our history? Experiencing our scenic trails? Getting that perfect souvenir? Whatever your adventure, you'll find it at the Palm Springs Aerial Tramway. Adventure at its peak. Begin your adventure at pstramway.com.
Back with you, top of the 8th inning, an 8-5 Blue Sox lead, threatening for more. Bases loaded with 2 outs and a new arm on the mound. The 6th pitcher for the A's today, Alejandro Izquierdo, celebrating his 20th birthday today and trying to put up a 0 for his team, who trails by 3, 8-5. Blue Sox on top in the top of the 8th inning.
Well, Paul Noce not really giving Izquierdo the best birthday present as he comes in with the bases loaded and 2 outs, but he's been absolutely dominant this season, leads the league in ERA at a .38, has only given up 1 run, 17 strikeouts, only 8 walks in 18 innings pitched, trying to get out of this 8th inning with just the 2 coming across.
He's a big reason why the A's are playing in this game. Pitched 3 innings, 3 shutout innings against the Chill yesterday to pick up the save. 3 innings, allowed 2 hits, no runs, no walks, 1 strikeout. As the base is loaded here against the leadoff man, Nico Diaz, who calls time before the first pitch. 8-5, Blue Sox on top. They've scored 2 already in this 8th inning. 8 runs on 10 hits. Nico Diaz trying to break this game open. The first pitch from Izquierdo. Up high for ball 1.
That one was at an 87-mile-per-hour fastball. Usually he's up in the mid-80s, like around 83, 84. He's got some adrenaline running through him here in the championship game.
Izquierdo out of Miami, Florida. Went to Los Angeles Harbor College. It's the 1-0. Is downstairs for ball 2.
Last thing you want to do here is walk in a run. Now, of course, the run wouldn't be charged to him, but just trying to keep that lead at 3 for the Blue Sox.
All 3 base runners belong to Kyle Bell, who has already allowed 2. The 2-0 from Izquierdo. Up high for ball 3. Diaz with 2 hits on the day. They came in his last 2 at-bats. A single against Austin Turley, and then an RBI single against Tyler Fogue to break what was a 5-5 tie. Now it's 8-5 Blue Sox. Bases loaded, and a 3-0 pitch to Nico Diaz. Inside ball 4, and the Blue Sox add another run. It's 9-5.
Well, it's not looking too good here for the A's. It's now a 4-run lead as 6 outs to try and get 4 and tie it, bring it to extras, but it's going to need to take a lot from the offense of the A's. Now, we've seen it happen before, but trying to think if lightning can strike twice here for the A's offense.
Brings up Kevin Gameros, 2 for 5 on the day. Did reach on an error back in the 2nd inning. He singled twice and scored both times. He takes down low for ball 1. 5 straight misses from Izquierdo entering this ball game. Big moment, trying to not let this game slip too far away. Just 6 outs to work with for the A's. We're in the top of the 8th inning. 9-5, Blue Sox on top. Kevin Gameros, the 9th batter for the Blue Sox this inning. The 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball stays outside for ball 2.
That one could have been called either way. To be a nice breaking ball, just misses on the outside part of the zone, and he's located in the strike zone here.
Dangerous hitter in Kevin Gameros. Right-handed pitcher, left-handed hitter, the 2-0. Hit on the ground, wide of first, foul. It's 2-1.
Gameros has had a pretty good day at hitting the ball. Even the outs he's hit into have been pretty hard-hit flyouts to center and left. A couple singles as well. He's been a big part of the offense here as he's also scored a couple runs.
Trying to drive in some runs this time. Bases loaded, 2 outs. 9-5 Blue Sox. The 2-1 pitch. Ripped to right field. That'll get down for a base hit. Jackson ranging over toward the line. Picks it up and throws it in. 2 runs are in. The throw gets cut off before going to second as Gameros dives in with a 2-run double. And it's an 11-5 Blue Sox lead.
Well, make it a 6-run lead now for the Blue Sox as they are getting so closer to making this game a blowout. Easily coming up for his second at-bat this inning as they've batted around here in the 8th.
Easily singled against Kyle Bell and came around to score on the RBI single by Alan Goodwin. 5 runs have scored for the Blue Sox in the top of the 8th inning. Still 2 outs, runners at second and third for Easley. He looks at a first pitch strike. It's 0-1.
Easley's already singled and scored. He scored the first run of the inning. Now looking to drive in 1 or 2 more here and put it way out of reach for the A's.
1 for 3 on the day. He's walked twice. The 0-1. Up high for a ball. It was a back and forth game early in this ball game. Now the Blue Sox starting to run away with it. 6 runs in the last 2 innings, 5 of them here in the 8th. The 1-1. Outside for ball 2. It's an 11-5 Blue Sox lead. Trying to pull off the upset, the 5 seed. Already knocked out the number 4 Power in the quarterfinals. Then the number 1 seeded China in the semifinals. Now they lead by 6 against the 2 seeded Canada A's. This is fouled up and back out of play. It's 2-2.
And it shows that really anyone can get hot in the playoffs, especially in a 1-game series. You know, anything can happen. Anybody can go red hot, and seems like everybody in the Blue Sox lineup has decided to go red hot at the perfect time.
Everyone has reached at least once, one way or another. The 2-2 pitch. Just misses outside for ball 3. First base is open after the RBI double, 2-run double by Kevin Gameros. They're at second and third, a 3-2 pitch coming with 2 outs. Izquierdo kicks and fires. Up high, ball 4, and it loads them back up. Not exactly the birthday present that Izquierdo was hoping for. As Parker DePasquale will dig in, but not before a visit from Paul Noce, and that might be it. Izquierdo just couldn't get out of the jam in this one. Unfortunate. It was a tough situation to come into, but they're going to need more help. Sebastian Encarnacion coming on for the A's. We'll step aside once again. It's 11-5 Blue Sox. Bases still loaded with 2 outs in the top of the 8th inning on your California Winter League YouTube channel.
For 20 years, our family's mission has been simple. It all starts at Stuffed, where exceptional service meets bold flavors. Every crust, a masterpiece. Cocktails crafted to perfection in an atmosphere that brings family and friends together. Stuffed pizza, dine in or takeout. Savor and enjoy at our 2 locations. Quality, service, family legacy, it all starts at Stuffed.
Jessup Auto Plaza has been proudly serving the Coachella Valley since 1938 as your trusted family-owned auto destination. Now, electrify your drive with the Valley's most extensive range of electric vehicles. Drive the Chevrolet Blazer, Equinox, Silverado, the powerful GMC Hummer, Sierra, and the distinctive Cadillac Lyriq. Silent power, bold performance. Electrify your drive. Jessup Auto Plaza. Since 1938, the EV brands you love, the family you trust.
It's an 11-5 ball game. We're still on the top of the 8th inning. 5 runs have come across for the Washington Blue Sox. Sebastian Encarnacion, the 3rd pitcher this inning for the Canada A's. Bases loaded, 2 outs. The former British Columbia Bomber fires down low for ball 1 to Parker DePasquale. For Alejandro Izquierdo, a rough situation to be put into, unable to get out of the jam. Did not record an out. 1 hit, 2 walks. He's responsible for all 3 men on base right now. 1-0, swing and a miss. It's underneath Ward. He thought it got past him, but the runners will hold at first, second, and third.
Yeah, and Sebastian Encarnacion trying to do what Izquierdo was unable to. Just get out of this inning unscathed here, as Alejandro still has not had an earned run so far in this inning, as Nico Diaz is the first runner that's credited to him. He's on 3rd, but still all 5 earned going to Kyle Bell in this inning.
The 1-1 is fouled up and back out of play. The book is now officially closed on Kyle Bell. He started the inning, went 2/3, 5 runs, all earned on 4 hits. No walks, 2 strikeouts.
And in a season where Kyle Bell was really good against the Blue Sox offense, sometimes you just run into them at the wrong time, and that seemed to have happened in this 8th inning.
The 1-2 from Encarnacion lifted in the air, shallow right field. Coming in is Jackson, Simon going out, and it's the second baseman, Simon, who makes the grab to finally end the bleeding, but 5 runs come across. Blue Sox lead it by 6. It's an 11-5 ball game as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning on your California Winter League YouTube channel. Bottom of the 8th inning, an 11-5 Blue Sox lead after they put up 5 in the top half of the inning to really break this game open. So now the A's bats are really going to have to get to work. 6 outs to work with in this championship game sponsored by Cindy Piper State Farm. They'll have to do it against another new arm in Adrian Sanchez for the Blue Sox.
Yeah, Adrian Sanchez was a very dominant part of the Palm Springs Power bullpen. Hadn't given up a run. Still hasn't in this one, as he is looking to get the final 6 outs here and give Jimmy Johnson his first ring in the CWL.
Sanchez during the season, an 0-0 record in his 4 games. You mentioned a perfect 0 ERA. He allowed 1 run. It was unearned. When it came across with the power in 4 games, 7 1/3 innings, 6 Ks to 5 walks. He'll face the bottom of the order, 7, 8, 9. Moeller, Fukuda, and Ward. Maybe the bottom of the order, but still 3 dangerous hitters. As the first pitch to the lefty, Moeller is upstairs. Ball 1 out of the righty, Adrian Sanchez.
Grayson Moeller needs to put bat on ball. He struck out 3 times. Doesn't want the golden sombrero today in the championship.
So the 1-0 is in there for a strike. Yeah, all 3 of them swinging, and all 3 against the starter, Noah Cole. That last one in particular in the 5th inning looked really uncomfortable for Moeller. He struck out on 3 pitches, and awkward swings on all of them, as this is in for strike 2. It's a 1-2 count.
Yeah, that last at-bat was, as you said, very uncomfortable. It was 2 half swings and then strikeout swinging on a pitch that was pretty much at his knees, was going to hit him.
The 1-2 misses outside. The count even 2-2. Bases empty, nobody out. Bottom of the 8th inning, 11-5 Blue Sox lead it. Righty to lefty, the pitch from Sanchez. Swing and a miss. And that is the 4th time Moeller's gone down on strikes.
All of them swinging as well. He just wasn't able to get bat on ball at all today. It was just one of those days, but it happened to be at pretty much the worst possible time for him.
Yeah, one of the hottest hitters coming in. He had 8 hits in his last 9 games, including 5 doubles, but 4 strikeouts today, as the first pitch to Fukuda ends up behind the right-handed hitter for ball 1. Fukuda came in defensively for Jorge Colon in the top of the 5th inning. So he fouls it back. It's 1-1. Struck out in his only at-bat. That was against Michael Slayton, who went 2 strong innings. No runs on 1 hit, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts.
Yeah, a big difference here in the pitching standpoint between the decisions being made by JJ and Paul Nochi, as JJ's only done 3 pitchers, while Nochi had 3 in 1 inning in the 8th.
Pitch up and in for ball 2 on Fukuda. Yeah, that 8th inning started with Kyle Bell. He got the first 2 outs. Left with the bases loaded and 2 runs already in. Alejandro Izquierdo came in, couldn't get out of the jam. The 2-1 misses low and in for ball 3. 3 more runs came across with Izquierdo out there, all charged to Kyle Bell. And it was Sebastian Encarnacion who finally came in and put an end to the inning.
And it looks like Encarnacion will pitch the 9th as well.
It's the 3-1, catches the outside edge. It's 3-2 on Daisuke Fukuda. 1 out, bases empty, 11-5. Blue Sox lead at bottom of the 8th inning.
Very generous call. That was pretty much in the other batter's box, but good frame job there by Alan Goodwin.
The 3-2 is fouled back. Tried to go to a similar spot. And it remains full. Sanchez looks in to his catcher, Alan Goodwin. Now the payoff pitch. Fouled up and back out of play. Both teams scored in the first inning. Blue Sox got it started right away with 2 runs in the top half. A's answered back with 3 of their own to take the lead before the Blue Sox tied it up in the top of the 2nd. It's the 3-2. Bounce foul off to the left.
Another great battle here. This time Fukuda in a full count. He's alongside the rest of pretty much everybody else in both lineups, have fought off a lot of pitches and a lot of full counts. Probably been over 200 pitches thrown in this game.
9th pitch of the at-bat is fouled up and back. We'll reach double digits. After this was a tie game, tied at 3 after the 2nd inning, the A's took the lead with the run in the bottom of the third. Blue Sox answered right back. 2-run homer. Parker DePasquale in the fourth flipped the score and gave the Blue Sox the lead. It's another 3-2. That's called strike 3. On the 10th pitch of the at-bat, Adrian Sanchez strikes out Daisuke Fukuda. There's 2 down.
And it's looking more and more dire for the A's now with 4 outs left before their season ends. Matthew Ward has to get something going for this offense for them to even have a chance coming back to tying this game up at 11.
This was a tie game going into the 7th. Nico Diaz RBI single to score. Shuya Funada made a 6-5 game before 5 more runs in the 8th. Pitch up and in. Ball 1 to Matthew Ward. It's now an 11-5 Blue Sox lead. 2 outs, bases empty. Bottom of the 8th inning. The 1-0 to Ward. Swing and a miss. Ward also entered the game defensively in the 5th inning, coming in for Jed Downham. It's a 1-1 count. Long look in, now the pitch from Sanchez. Swing and a foul back. It's 1-2. Sanchez looking for a 1-2-3 inning. He has a chance to strike out the side. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Matthew Ward. The pitch. Lined into right and drifting foul and out of play.
Over 3 hours and 15 minutes into this game. By far the longest, but also the only 9-inning game that has been played so far this season.
We're in the bottom of the 8th as the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Sanchez strikes out the side. 3 up, 3 down go the A's. We head to the 9th. It's 11-5 Blue Sox over the Canada A's on your California Winter League YouTube channel.
Shopping for car insurance is confusing. Holy cow.
Great. Now we have a cow in our kitchen. Why did you say that?
Because I don't know what coverage to choose.
So just say the State Farm jingle. A State Farm agent can go over all your options with you and help choose coverage that meets your needs. Dude, cow, could you move?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Good things come in 3s, like our Eat, Drink, and Play combo for just $19.99. Maybe the saying should be good things come in 19.99s. Maybe not. The Dave & Buster's Eat, Drink, and Play combo for just $19.99.
Well, folks, we've made it to the 9th inning here on this championship game. 11-5 Washington Blue Sox on top of the Canada A's. Looking to pull off the upset. Right now, it's Sebastian Encarnacion just trying to keep the score right where it is. He fires the first pitch low and away. Ball 1 to Alan Goodwin. After the Blue Sox sent 11 to the plate in the 8th inning, scoring 5. It was Encarnacion who came on and got the final out, getting Parker DePasquale to pop up to shallow right field, caught by the second baseman Simon. Another miss. It's 2-0 on Goodwin.
Well, we're in uncharted territory here as I've never seen that scoreboard hit the 9th before in this season.
The 2-0. In for a strike, 2-1. Typically just 7-inning ball games throughout the California Winter League season. We decided we wanted a full 9 here for Championship Sunday. The 2-1. Outside, it's 3-1. If we stopped after 7, it would have been 6-5. Blue Sox were on top after taking a 6-5 lead in the top of the 7th inning. The 3-1 popped up and back out of play. It's 3-2. Encarnacion, we mentioned, the former British Columbia Bomber. 5 games with the Bombers, no record. He had 1 save as he misses outside for ball 4. Leadoff walk for Alan Goodwin.
Oh, looks like the Blue Sox aren't taking their foot off the pedal, off the gas, as leadoff man's already on first, and Angus State's going to try and make this one insurmountable for the A's.
7th time a Blue Sox hitter has walked in this ball game. Angus State hasn't walked, but he has been hit twice. So he looks at a pitch outside for ball 1. 0 for 3 officially. Hit a high pop fly caught in shallow right field by Simon. Grounded out to short and struck out in addition to the 2 hit by pitches. So he swings and misses. So down to second goes Goodwin as the ball got by Ward. Wasn't sure for a second if he made contact with it. He did not, so it's a wild pitch. Runner at second, nobody out. And a 1-1 count on Angus State. Right-handed pitcher, right-handed hitter. Look back at second, now the pitch. In for strike 2. 87 on the fastball.
Chaz Graham warming up in that bullpen for the A's just in case more things decide to go awry for Sebastian Encarnacion and the A's. Johansel Gomez warming up to try and pitch the bottom of the 9th and win it for the Blue Sox.
1-2 lifted in the air, right center field. Pretty well hit. Going back is Francis. It's over his head all the way to the wall. Goodwin will come in to score as the throw comes back into second. A stand-up double for Angus State. It's a 12-5 Blue Sox lead.
Well, another great piece of hitting from Angus State in this playoffs as after scoring 2 against China, a 12 spot in the championship, the offense putting it all together when it matters most.
The underdog in every game this postseason. Trying to walk away as the champions. This pitch in for a strike, 0-1 on Funada. Julia Funada, 1 for 4 with a walk and a run scored. He scored the go-ahead run in the 7th. The 0-1, swing and a miss. Pitch down in the dirt, it's 0-2.
And for Encarnacion, it's just trying to get out of this inning, get that first out. With this bottom of the lineup all coming up.
Handful of fans starting to leave Palm Springs Stadium as a swing and a miss for out number 1.
And with the offense doing so well that Jimmy Johnson really doesn't need to make subs. He hasn't made any so far today, as they've been playing well without the need for one.
Nathaniel Lai takes a first pitch strike, 0-1. Every single man in the batting lineup for Jimmy Johnson has reached base at least once. And all of them have a hit except Vince Garcia on deck, who has been hit twice. It's pitched downstairs, 1-1 on Nathaniel Lai.
Yeah, even without the hit, he still finds a way to get on, as does everybody else in this lineup who put up 12 hits and 12 runs.
12 runs, 12 hits, 1 error for the Blue Sox. 5 runs, 8 hits, 3 errors for the A's. The 1-1, that's cranked foul off to the left and out of play. Daniel Lai a bit out in front on the pitch. 12-5, Blue Sox, top of the 9th inning. Slight breeze from right to left across the outfield. Sunny day, shadows starting to creep around home plate. It's the 1-2, lifted in the air toward right, going back Jackson. Near the track, still going back, now settles under it and makes the grab a step or two in front of the warning track. Tagging up from second down to third is Angus State. There's 2 outs and a runner at third for Vince Garcia.
Some more good hitting from Nathaniel Lai. He gets just under it, but that was 93 off the bat, and it causes Jackson to go all the way back to the warning track to make that grab.
Vince Garcia has been hit twice and scored twice, 0 for 3 officially on the day. His first hit could knock in a run. Runner at third is Angus State with 2 outs and a pitch downstairs, ball 1. Encarnacion, the 7th pitcher on the mound for the Canada A's. Blue Sox have used 3 so far in this game. It's the 1-0. In for strike 1.
Going up to 87, 88. Velocity is speeding up a little bit for Encarnacion.
Kicks and fires a 1-1. That's fouled back into the screen, and it's a 1-ball, 2-strike count on Vince Garcia. Right-handed hitting first baseman Vince Garcia out of Anaheim. The 1-2 pitch from Encarnacion. Low and away for ball 2. Of course, this stadium used to be the spring training home of the Anaheim Angels. Now, of course, the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Runner at third, 2 outs, a 2-2 pitch to Vince Garcia. Called strike 3. That ends the inning. Blue Sox add 1 more. They lead 12-5 as we head to the bottom of the 9th of this championship game. 12-5 ball game as the A's will need a comeback, a miracle comeback here in this one. The championship game brought to you by Cindy Piper State Farm on your California Winter League YouTube channel.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in-app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
Everyone knows good things come in threes, like our Eat, Drink, and Play combo for just $19.99. Maybe the saying should be good things come in 1999s. Maybe not. The Dave & Buster's Eat, Drink, and Play combo for just $19.99.
For 20 years, our family's mission has been simple. It all starts at Stuffed, where exceptional service meets bold flavors. Every crust, a masterpiece. Cocktails crafted to perfection in an atmosphere that brings family and friends together. Stuffed pizza, dine-in or takeout. Savor and enjoy at our 2 locations. Quality, service, family legacy, it all starts at Stuffed.
Bottom of the 9th inning of this California Winter League Championship game. The Washington Blue Sox with a 12-5 lead over the 2-seeded Canada A's. And Johansel Gomez, formerly of the Palm Springs Chill, on the mound to try to close things out for the Blue Sox. 3-1 record for Gomez, 4 saves on the year in 10 games, a .225 ERA. 18 2/3 innings, 24 strikeouts against 12 walks. Still face the top of the order. Francis, Simon, and Ruda, 1, 2, 3. Try to get 3 outs and lock this championship down.
Yeah, Johansel Gomez has been the usual 7th inning guy, which technically is the 9th inning guy in this league, but now he's actually here in the 9th on a different team looking to secure the championship for the Blue Sox.
Might not be the team that he thought he'd be closing things out for, but couldn't ask for anything better than a chance to close out the championship game. Juan Francis leading things off. The switch hitter batting from the left side against yet another righty as he takes ball 1 up high. Francis 0 for 4 on the day. He reached on an error and scored way back in the first inning. 1-0 outside for ball 2. Flew out to center field twice and also struck out his last time up against Michael Slayton. The 2-0. Fastball in the zone for strike 1.
And Juan Francis just kind of getting a good look at the pitches that Johansel Gomez is throwing, trying to make sure he can kind of see good. The shadow of the palm tree is kind of right over home plate.
The 2-1. Hit back to Gomez. He gloves it, jogs halfway to first before an underhand toss to Garcia, and that's the first out. 1 out in the bottom of the 9th inning. 12-5 Blue Sox, and it brings up Dane Simon.
Well, Dane Simon just trying to show some fight here for the A's. You know, you're down 7. You're 2 outs away from losing this game, but doesn't mean you can't try and get a base hit here, try and boost some stats up maybe.
First pitch misses high for ball 1. Blue Sox took the lead in the 7th inning. RBI single, Nico Diaz scored. Chuya Funada, who had walked to start the frame. It's the 1-0 from Gomez to Simon. Outside for ball 2. That made it a 6-5 game at the time. Blue Sox broke it open with 5 runs in the 8th, added 1 more in the top of the 9th. It's a 12-5 Blue Sox lead. 1 out, bottom of the 9th inning, bases empty, and a 2-0 pitch coming to Dane Simon. Popped up and back out of play. Back over our heads, and it's 2-1.
You got to give your flowers to Alan Goodwin. This whole season, he has been carrying the load behind the dish for this team the entire season, pretty much catching almost every inning for this team, and it's been one of the reasons why they've been able to run themselves into a championship here 2 outs away.
He has played in all 18 games for the Blue Sox as the next offering's up high for ball 3. It's a 3-1 count on the A's second baseman. Gomez comes in after a scoreless 8th inning by Adrian Sanchez. 1 inning, it was a 1-2-3. He struck out the side. The 3-1 from Gomez. Swing and a miss makes it 3-2.
Gomez gonna try and go outside here. Maybe try and get that good strike, that generous strike 3 call. It happened a couple times earlier in this game with Blue Sox pitching, but he has to locate it here, 3-2.
He has the sign he wants from Goodwin. The payoff pitch from Gomez. Fouled back. We'll try again.
89 on the fastball. He was a little late on it. See if he can square it up this next time, or maybe if Johansel Gomez is going to throw a breaking ball here.
Gomez, as we mentioned, just about every time he comes in, 6'8". So that 89 really looks faster. Looks like it's in the 90s. Another 3-2 pitch. Here it comes. That's cranked toward left field. Down for a base hit just inside the fair line. Rounding first, heading for second, Dane Simon as Di Pasquale gets it back in. A stand-up double for Simon with 1 out to bring up San Ruda.
Well, as mentioned earlier, you got to show some fight even if you're down 7, and that's exactly what Dane Simon does, as that's a 6-pitch at-bat and a double. His second hit of the game, and in business to at least try and score here and get some fight.
We've seen some big innings from this A's offense during the season. Obviously won't be easy down by 7. But if any offense could pose a comeback, it would be this Canada A's squad. Sam Ruda digs in. 1 for 4 on the day, singled and scored in the 5th. Runner at second, the first pitch home. Outside, ball 1. Simon, great speed at second base. With the power hitting left-handed hitter, Sam Ruda. The righty Gomez fires the 1-0, lifted in the air left field. Going back is Gameros, De Pasquale in, and Gameros is the one who makes the grab. The shortstop in shallow left field, and there's 2 away in the bottom of the 9th.
Stan King, the last chance now for the A's. Has an RBI triple, but hasn't really produced much offensively since then.
1 for 3. He also walked in the 7th. Runner at second, 2 outs, 12-5 Blue Sox. Bottom of the 9th inning of the championship game. Gomez takes a deep breath, now fires home. Bounce foul. It's 0-1 on King. King, another left-handed bat. 3 straight lefties, Ruda, King, and Warren, who's on deck. Alan Goodwin will take a moment, readjust the pads before the 0-1 pitch. The Blue Sox are 1 out away from taking the championship as the number 5 seed and giving Jimmy Johnson his first California Winter League title. 3rd straight year Jimmy Johnson has led the Blue Sox to this finals, looking for his first title. The 0-1 to Stan King. Gomez kicks and fires. Up and away for a ball. The A's went 3-0 against the Blue Sox in the regular season, but when it matters most, Blue Sox trying to pick up the win. The 1-1. Off speed, misses outside for ball 2. Two balls, 1 strike. 12-5 Blue Sox. 2 outs, runner at second. The 2-1 from Gomez. Swing and a miss. It's 2-2.
Everybody standing up in that on that Blue Sox dugout now, down to their last strike.
Ready to storm the field if Gomez can get that final strike. A 2-2 pitch coming to Stan King. Here it is. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And the Washington Blue Sox are your 2025 California Winter League champions. The 5 seed entering the playoffs knocked out the 4-seeded Palm Springs Power, knocked out the number 1 seed in Team China, and now in the championship game, they eliminate the number 2 seeded Canada A's. The Blue Sox are the 2025 champions.
Well, they always say 3rd time's the charm, as Jimmy Johnson, after losing in 2023 to the Manitoba North Stars and 2024 to the Alberta Grizzly, he finally has his first championship for the Washington Blue Sox. Congrats to them.
We'll step aside for a moment and break it all down for you as the Washington Blue Sox come out with a 12-5 victory as they burst out the champagne out there on the field, spraying it all around. Congratulations to the Washington Blue Sox Yeah, we'll break it all down for you in just a moment right here. 12-5 Blue Sox over the A's on your California Winter League YouTube channel.
Quality first. It's quite a philosophy to live by. But world-class ingredients are the foundation of great meals. And we wouldn't have it any other way. At Kaiser Grill in downtown Palm Springs, we believe you deserve the best. So whether it's dinner for two or a celebration with 200 friends, quality is our promise to you. Because quality is king. Quality is Kaiser.
Back with you as the Washington Blue Sox are your 2025 California Winter League champions. Jimmy Johnson, the manager, in his third straight finals, finally has won it all. And he gets a nice ice-cold water shower from his team in celebration. 12-5 is the final as the Blue Sox broke it open late in what was a back-and-forth game early against the Canada A's.
Well, it's been one heck of a season here in the 2025 California Winter League. And what better to end the season than with 3 straight upsets? The number 5 seed Washington Blue Sox beat the number 4 seed Power, beat the number 1 seed Team China, and beat the number 2 seeded Canada A's, and they have a championship. Congratulations to everybody down there on the field right now, including manager Jimmy Johnson, who finally has won it all after 2 straight losses.
The final stat lines in this one for the Washington Blue Sox: 12 runs on 12 hits, 1 error. And for the Canada A's, 5 runs on 9 hits, 3 errors. Michael Slayton gets the win after he went 2 strong innings, 2 scoreless innings, allowing just 1 hit and a walk, 3 strikeouts on the day. Tyler Fogue suffers the loss. He threw the 7th inning, 1 inning, allowed 1 run on 1 hit. He walked 1 and struck out 1. And for the Washington Blue Sox, the improbable run going into the postseason, taking out a couple of giants who were the hottest teams all year in Team China and the Canada A's, but they pulled it off, and they are your 2025 champions of the California Winter League.
A great run for the Blue Sox and a great season here in 2025. Some great weather, some great baseball being played, some great teams here in the California Winter League.
And it's been a fun time getting to call all of these teams, all 7 of them in the league all season long. It's been great working with all of you guys, Joey Miller, Stephen Buxton, you, Evan Patoka. I'm Brandon Januska. It's been a lot of fun all season long just getting to work with these teams and with all of you guys up here in the booth.
Yeah, it's been great. Honestly, everyone up here in the press box, Joey, you, Brandon, Steven, and our analytics guy, Braden Quattlebaum, as well as everybody down there, the ops team and the front office down there on the field celebrating with the Blue Sox. It was a great season, and fortunately it has to come to an end, but congratulations to the Blue Sox.
They win it once again by a final score of 12-5. Well, on behalf of everyone that has helped make these broadcasts possible, on behalf of our broadcast team, Joey Miller, Stephen Buxton, Evan Patoka, I'm Brandon Januska. Thank you for tuning in all season long. Your 2025 California Winter League champions are the Washington Blue Sox as they pull out a 12-5 victory over the Canada A's. It's been great all season long, but it's time to say goodbye to the 2025 season. Your champion Blue Sox here on the California Winter League YouTube channel. Have a great night.